Minty, let's walk down here. Let's take a look at some of these cars while we're getting the evening underway. I think we've got Barry Brown, the fourth member of our commentary team, who is in driver's briefing, so he'll bring us all of the info here. So right behind us here now, Minty, we've got the cars that are three of our pre-qualifiers. We've already talked about them, but we've got three very classy drivers here from different parts of the country who have made it through because of winning various championships around New Zealand, and of course the Superstocks in Paradise with Lance Ellsworth. We better talk about that.
Yeah, look, the Superstocks in Paradise winning that second tier is just an absolute bonus for this year. Look at Alex Hill. He's chased all over the South Island. He's been a regular visitor up here to the North Island. He's chased everything. He's commented to me before, he said, Minty, I'm in the finals. I don't have to do a side rail somewhere tomorrow. Again, a background of Higgy. And we talk about Brendan Higgins out of Nelson and the time he's putting into these new drivers, the likes of Alex and his chassis and how he's developing those and the Midwest Motors. Absolutely brilliant. But the amount of time and money and cost they put into crossing that horrible hunk of water, it's brilliant. But good to see Alex getting to where he's getting to. And just a nice young guy. Of course, his wife Alicia races the TQ and races the sprint car. And of course, TQ Champs going on this weekend, I think it is. She's one of about 6 groups down there.
Hey, one of the things which we like seeing, and normally happens at the beginning of each year, let's bring our camera around this way, is the new livery, Minty. We're used to seeing these drivers changing their paint schemes at the beginning of each year, and you take a look here, we've got the new look 3NZ of Mitch Vickery. How cool is that?
Is he sponsored by Penrith? Because that's Penrith Panthers colours.
It is. Oh, the old chocolate soldiers, weren't they, once upon a time, the Penrith Panthers? So, yeah, Mitch Vickery, 2 weeks ago here at TWS Paradise Valley Speedway, 3rd place at the New Zealand Championship. So he's decided to kind of go all out and a new-looking livery. It's very, very smart, isn't it? And, of course, he was 3NZ in the stock car until a week ago, and he did manage to get a couple of photos with both cars with the 3NZ.
Yeah, he did, and of course the only other person that's ever done that is Peter Rees. So he's in pretty tidy company of having a number on a stock car and a number on a super stock. But history of that, Nick Valance built that car, sold it to Tony Wooten. Tony Wooten's moved it on to Mitch Vickery. So one of the Rees race cars, but it looks cool. Like at just 1 week we've changed the whole look of Mitch Vickery. Nobody will know who it is.
So 2 weeks ago, the New Zealand Superstock Championships here at Paradise Valley Speedway, the record number of entries for a Superstock meeting, we had 132 Superstocks take to the track for the New Zealand Superstock Championships. Here we are a couple of weeks later at the World 240s, and the only change, if you've been following our entry lists online at our Facebook page and at our website, the only change to the published groups is that Quentin Butcher is now out. So no Quentin Butcher today. So that does just drop us by 1. So 115 drivers taking part in this meeting. Who would have ever thought that we'd end up with 115 cars here again at this World 240s after just having the New Zealand's a couple of weeks ago?
We must have done something right for them in order to want to come back. That's the first thing. The weather's going to be good. We've got to have done something right. They just like racing here. They just like us. That's it.
Yeah, and they certainly do, which is great. We love the fact that there are so many of these drivers who have come back. 4 groups of qualifying tonight, Minty. The top 5 from each group go through. A little bit easier than last week with the New Zealands, but still going to be bloody tough, isn't it?
Well, what do we take from the New Zealands? 4 out of about 24 per heat. We're taking 5 from 28. There's really, there's no difference. It's just going to be hard. It's going to be fast, and who knows? You're going to get that luck. Look at the luck that went on in the New Zealands. The 72A, the couple of cars out of Stratford. They drove really well, but they got through. And hey, the next thing is there going to be some of those? Is there going to be any surprises in who's the world champion? Because at the New Zealands, there were no surprises really in who became New Zealand champion.
No, but there were a few surprises when it came to those drivers who qualified for the finals. Cody McKee from Auckland, became a bit of a star across the course of that night. So there were a few kind of dark horses, and I would expect that we'll probably see something similar over the next couple of nights.
Oh, guaranteed. We're going to have 3 or 4 cars that we've probably looked through our list and we've done some rankings and we've picked who we want to pick. They'll get through and we go, where did they come from? Take the New Zealand stock cars last week. Ben Ellis from the Repechage gets through and becomes 1NZ. How cool is that? From out of nowhere, and nobody picked him. I don't think anyone, even the TAB, had $1 on him.
Well, what a sensational meeting that was. And, we always talk about the top 6, don't we, going into that final heat. traditionally between yourself, myself and Barry Brown. We talk about the top 6 going into the final heat with the chance to win. I think he was down in like 9th equal or something going into that last heat. Right, just a little bit of housekeeping for those here at TWS Paradise Valley Speedway. Plenty of food venues around the place. Get into the burgers. I'm eyeing mine up behind me right now. We've got the Paradise Valley fan van, which is operating all those goodies in there. The Stars of Speedway collector cards with the super stocks. There's those Champions of New Zealand posters. The all-new super stock models are there. And if you are wanting to buy one of those reserve seats, so again, if you're here at Paradise Valley, down in turn 1 and 2, the blue seats, and also up the top of turn 3, those blue seats as well, those are reserved seats. So people have paid an extra $10 for those seats. So if you're sitting in those seats and you don't have your extra ticket, you do need to move into the general admission areas, which is the grass. But go and see the girls in the fan van. They have got spare tickets for the reserve seating, an extra $10 to be able to sit in one of those seats.
Have you been up there and sat in those and actually watched anything?
I'm too busy sitting in the commentary box.
Well, actually, did Barry and I talk to you about your role this weekend, or should we? No, we're not mentioning that, are we? Not doing a change in roles, are we?
You guys... I heard there was a little bit of dodgy stuff going on with you guys.
There's nothing dodgy about what we're planning to do. We just thought that we'd introduce Paul Hickey to the wonders of working in the pits.
Okay, I'm down for something like that. Hey, let's just turn around here. This car here, if you were at the World 240s, even if you weren't at the New Zealand Championships, even if you weren't at the New Zealand Champs, I am sure you would have seen the photo of Damien Orr captured in all his glory via Graham Hughes at Sportsweb Photography. Like, what did he say to you afterwards? Doing a bit of gardening or something?
Yeah, he's doing some gardening. He was looking for planting some potatoes. He was getting a bit of grief from Emma about doing all sorts of things. I think that was one of those interviews that you put in the bank and say, we'll save that one for about 20 years' time and say, what a crazy bloke Minty and Damien were that night.
Oh, man, he got some air, didn't he? It was a spectacular high jump and flip from Damien Orr in the 81R car, ruled him out of any further part of that night. And obviously a bit of a rebuild has had to go on with the 81R car, but looking a picture along with everybody along the pit area here at TWS Paradise Valley Speedway. Minty is...
look, she won't come back here, Emma Haywood. Emma, you need to have a talk. You need to have a talk to me. Come out this way, because this is the lovely partner of Damien Orr.
She's shy.
Damien, she's very shy, but Damien did that wonderful interview and he was planting gardens for you. But more to the point, what were you thinking when that car was going up and down?
I was breaking the lap record from 1 to 3. I was running.
You were running. He's fine. The car was nice and safe. It was a gentle roll.
It was. Something like that. I don't know if I'd agree about gentle, but it's in one piece and he's in one piece, so that's all that matters.
But you got no show in Speedway, have you? You were brought up on Speedway, you're involved in Speedway, your family's involved in Speedway, super saloons and stock cars. You had no show of getting away from this, did you?
Absolutely not. Who would want to, though?
That's so true. But he's all good. The car was all good. Wasn't a lot of damage to fix up, or just found a few things that were probably a bit broken that he didn't realise?
Found a few bits and pieces, but at the end of the day, that's what he loves to do. He's in the shed every night and he got it done, so we're back here again tonight. And
that's the good thing. He's in the shed, you're inside, and long may the romance keep going.
Absolutely. It's how it works, isn't it?
Seemingly. Now, what's happening later in this year?
I'll let him tell you that.
Something about an engagement. Hey, look, neat to have you along. The car's looking spectacular again. He's going okay, and he's just got to get through another night, doesn't he?
Yeah, roll on tonight. See what happens.
Roll on tonight. Emma Haywood. Of course, the family out of Bay Park. Lots of super saloons and stock cars, but heavily involved. And something pretty cool coming up between Damien and Emma later on. We won't mention that, but something about she's got something really heavy weight on that finger, if that'll give you a clue. Don't know where Paul's taken off to. Is he floating around? Has he found someone, Paul, or have we got another camera, or where are we up to?
Yeah, we do have another camera. I thought I'd come over here and have a talk about the Sharkies Engineering Aotearoa Ladies Crown, which is on the line tonight. We've seen most of the drivers. I think they probably all did go out for a bit of a practice. Just taking a look here at the 69 car. It is the defending champion for the weekend. It is Carol Pajerski in the 69, of course. Again, continuing the whole family theme of what goes on in Speedway. Her father, Barry Pajerski, two-time New Zealand Superstock champion over the years. So they're doing a bit of work on the car and should be one of the favourites going into the meeting tonight. I was hoping to have a bit of a chat to her, but she's off and doing a few other things at the moment. So we'll move on. Right, we'll jump in next door. Katie Prescott, 75P, just kind of thrown in the deep end. How are you? Welcome to Paradise Valley. How are you feeling ahead of the big weekend?
Yeah, pretty good. Just going to give it my best.
So tell us a wee bit about your history. How long have you been racing the stock cars?
I've done about 12 meetings now, so pretty still new.
And your history, is it family been around and you've been following a long time?
Yeah, my dad's raced for a long time, and my brother races a stock car as well. His team's racing tomorrow, so be a bit of fun.
A bit of fun for you too watching?
Yeah, I always like watching him as well.
Okay, so tell us, why did you decide to get into the stock cars as well? Because I suppose you go back a few years and it wasn't all that common for the girls to carry on moving up from the mini stocks into the stock cars, but now there's a lot of you doing it.
Yeah, my dad offered me a drive in my brother's car last season, and I just liked it, so got one this season. So.
Okay, so the car's sitting there. It's looking pretty good at the moment. No damage. How do you feel in practice?
Yeah, all right. Could always be better. So just gonna do my best and see what happens.
As far as the car goes, do you do a lot of the mechanical work, or do you leave it to the boys in the shed?
No, Dad always says if you want to race it, you've got to know how to fix it. So
you're in there. A lot of work to maintain these cars, isn't there?
Yeah, he also can't fit in my seat, so any of that stuff I've got to do as well.
Very good. Katie Prescott driving the 75P car in the Sharkies Engineering Aotearoa Women's Ladies Crown tonight. Back to you, Minty.
Yeah, look, he's taken me a whole 6 days that he avoided me in Rotorua last time. He's not avoiding me anymore. Russell Joblin, sort of the dominant father of 3 wonderful racing sons, and of course a past New Zealand champion yourself. Welcome back to the 240s. It's nice to see you back here.
Oh no, it's awesome. It's always a great event to participate in, and the boys really enjoying it. We've had great success here over the years here, mate, and it's but yeah, like it's just getting harder and harder every year. These guys have all stepped it up, and it's a credit to them all, mate. So
bit of work to do after the New Zealand's from here. Some cars went away a bit damaged, bent, broken and hurt.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was just stupid little things that had gone wrong, and it wasn't worth risking carrying on the second night, really. So, it just shows to show you how competitive it is now these days in the sport, and it's bloody awesome that's that way. That's why we keep coming back.
Well, you're sort of stuck in it now, aren't you? Have you got another generation that's coming through? Them sitting behind you here that could be grandchildren and hanging on that might be coming through to want to go into mini stocks and TQs?
I've got a 11-year-old grandson that is, I think his dad's starting to build him a mini stock for next season, so that's their problem. Yeah, I'll be there to support them, but they'll have to take the lead role from now on.
Russell, how cool has this been? Your career in Speedway, of what you've done, then seeing your kids come through and do so very, very well, and now there's another generation where they've got a passion to follow in what their fathers and grandfathers' footsteps are. But it's the best family sport I reckon you can ever find.
Oh, it is. It's been an amazing journey. We've met some awesome people. It's a really family-orientated sport now. You see the support that the drivers are getting from their fathers and grandparents and all that, and we've had a hell of a journey. We've had some great success over the years and been fortunate, really. But it's to be able to go and spend the weekend with your kids is pretty special. Yeah.
Well, we better let you get on with managing the 3 cars and the team and the whole crew behind you. You've got to keep all these guys working because new fuses going and just bits and pieces to check stuff out?
No, we had a bit of an issue. It drove on the trailer fine, and then went to start to take off the trailer and it wouldn't go. But this sort of thing happens. They're pretty temperamental at times. I won't say any more than that. I could, but
yeah, you were going to take me down a path that was going to get both of us in trouble, weren't you?
Yeah, I think,
yeah. And my wife isn't here. I don't know if yours is, but Russell, look, thanks for your time, mate. And like I said, neat to have you and your 3 boys here and all the crew running around, and it just looks neat seeing all the kids and family and that galloping around here. And we'll find Paul Hickey, no doubt. Now, you got away at the New Zealand's. Next 2 nights, I'm your friend.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, always nice to hear from former champions as well. 1980, when did he win? 1986, Russell Joblin, New Zealand champion, winner at Bay Park. With me now, he's a bit shy, turn around there. The man behind the camera at TWS Paradise Valley Speedway, Mr. Sports Web himself, Graham Hughes. Graham, how do you always get to capture those amazing photos, like the Damien Orr one, for example?
Listening. It's all about sound. People say eyes in the back of the head, but it's all about listening. You hear an engine revving, at the end of the straight, there's something going on.
So you position yourselves in turn 3 and 4 here at Paradise Valley. Any particular reason why that corner and not 1 and 2?
Generally, they are entering turn 3 a little bit faster than they are in turn 1, so it was a no-brainer to get there.
So you follow the sport a lot as well. What's your thoughts ahead of the World 240s this weekend? It's going to be big, eh?
Very big. I think if you can survive turns 1 and 2, turns 3 and 4 could claim you. If you can get around there for 3 good heats, then you're probably deserving to be in the final. But to pick a winner out of that lot is just nigh impossible.
And quickly, Sportswear Photography, sponsors of the Mini Stock Invasion this weekend. That's pretty cool too.
Very good. Nice surprise. Sonia messaged me on Wednesday and says, "Oh, look at this." And I've got the stock car teams tomorrow night too, which is something that I've had now for three odd seasons. Yeah, very good.
Awesome. Hey, have a great weekend on the infield shooting. We'll go back to Minty for one more chat and then we'll wrap things up and take a break. Back to you, Minty.
Yeah, look, I've found a young fellow who was floating around down in Hawke's Bay. Turn around here, young Dylan Ashton, the 422H. Dylan, down in New Zealand's only a young fella, a 17-year-old Van Amsterdam chassis, or 18 years now, and down there having a crack at New Zealand's pretty tough, eh?
Yeah, it was tough as. Fast racing all night. I just made rookie mistakes and it cost me. So, but no, it is what it is, I suppose.
What do you mean rookie mistakes when you're driving? What's the word when you say I made rookie mistakes? What do you mean by that?
Oh, I spun myself out, made myself look like an idiot, so... But I tried my best, but you can't win them all.
So that's obviously taking too much speed into the corner and you spun yourself out, or just tried to dodge someone and got dumb?
Yeah, no, I just trying to race too fast, too hard, trying to keep up with everyone. So, but no, we'll be all right.
You learn a bit from that, and what's happening with the car? You're still running? I hear the car might be on the market, is that right?
Yeah, no, the car's on the market, but I'm going to race it till it's sold and I'll do my best to carry on, so. But no, we'll keep it for as long as I can. I know Dad don't want to get rid of it.
What about if we talk to that? Where's that Ant Brown bloke? He's in Perth and he's going to race. Is he going to give you a super stock?
Oh, no, I don't want to race that.
Well, I would if he doesn't.
Oh, no, I'll probably break it. I don't want to pay for it.
I thought he might give it to you being a good bloke.
Oh, he's messaged me a couple of times saying I can race it, but I just, if something goes wrong, it's just on my ass, so I thought I'd better not.
What about these 240s? What is it about that brings you down here to watch? What do you like about it?
Oh, the speed. Speed, good weekend.
And you don't have to fix any damage?
No, I'm just here to watch.
Dylan Ashton, 422H from out of Huntly, and of course he's got an 18-year-old Van Amsterdam chassis. Really, really old car, but he goes really, really well. Hey, look, I'm not sure Paul Hickey's floating around.
Yeah,
we're just about getting right into Grand Parade time soon, aren't we, or something going on? What's happening, Paul?
Yeah, we are. We're getting closer, so we'll wrap things up here. And isn't it funny, as soon as the camera comes out, all the officials, I thought I'd get them in the shot.
Technical Welding Services Hamilton are specialists in the transit concrete mixer industry. From chassis drop-off to a full working concrete mixing, the team will take care of the job from start to finish. Full engineering services and general sheet metal work can also be undertaken. Need a quote? Call 07 847 2031 or visit our website www.techweld.nz. Technical Welding Services Hamilton, we are the experts.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, race fans. Welcome to TWS Paradise Valley Speedway. The sun is shining. We're in for 2 big nights of racing for the TWS World Invitation Superstock Championships. Graham Minty Mead, Barry Brown, and of course we've got Bianca with the Pits TV team. She'll be joining us through the course of tonight as well. Minty, welcome back into the commentary box.
Yeah, we're doing it all again. Seems like yesterday we were selecting a 1-2-3 NZ over a superb 2 nights of racing after we sort of had a few days of rain, but nice and hot today, and pits are full. So I'm still staggered of how many cars are downstairs 2 weeks after a Nationals and a Grand Prix, and the amount of racing and time away, and the amount of people in the motorhomes that have parked up down. We've got, it is a real purist meeting. It's a super stock meeting that, compares to nothing else in the world. And look at all this, and apart from that, we've got the Aotearoa ladies racing, and this is also almost becoming as big as the 240s, to be honest. The following and the entries and the waiting lists and all those sorts of stuff that's going on. It's just good for Speedway, and it makes the meeting a little bit different. And then I see on the program we've got a teams race tomorrow night as well. The those Palmerston North Pussycat people are coming up here to have a crack at the Rascals. So it's got a bit of everything in it.
But 115 super stocks here this weekend. I believe the first time that the World 240s has exceeded 100 cars. So to have 115, 110 of them obviously going into qualifying, and that's certainly something to look forward to. Of course, since we weren't here for the New Zealand's, the GP run at Huntly, and I think a lot of people, after seeing Ethan Rees leading on points going into that last heat and only surviving until turn 2 on that one of the final heat, he just drove out of his skin at Huntly for the GP and beat his brother, the 1NZ of Asher Rees, and by 7 points. That's a big margin.
It was a big margin, wasn't it?
Yeah. So really dominated, and I can't say winning the GP would have made up for losing the New Zealand's, but I mean, as we saw with the interviews with him straight afterwards, he just accepted his demise as one of those things. So
look, and I think drivers of the calibre of Ethan Rees, they know there's highs, they know there's lows. Minty, you're out and about now. You've headed down. We're not too far away from the Superstocks hitting the track.
Yeah, I have. I'm down here with the defending champion, 5W Keegan Levine, of course, in the Hut Park Racing from down in Wellington. Keegs, welcome back. These things aren't so easy to defend, eh?
Oh, I can't hear you.
These things aren't so easy to defend, are they?
Oh, no, the name's on the trophy and no expectations. I mean, these Superstock boys, they don't make going back-to-back easy, so yeah. Doesn't worry me, just here to have fun.
Tell me what we had to do with the motor during the week. New Zealand's here was running on 6 and 7 cylinders. What was the problem?
Had a broken cam bucket. We only realised after Huntly at the GP after we got 4th, but thinking back, it's probably been like that for about 6 meetings. So motor's been fully stripped. We had a 3 a.m. dyno on Thursday morning, and a couple of little issues, but travelled up last night, so we're here. It's all that matters. But just a massive effort by the boys at Lamy Engineering. They just dropped everything to get this motor going, so I could be back here to defend the title.
Well, that's what it's all about. You got to defend it. It's you got the easy road through tonight. You don't have to do much qualification, so nothing to fix tonight. So it's all on, eh?
Yeah, exactly. My partner's racing in the stock cars, so just helping her tonight, and I'm looking forward to watching her.
Good to have your mate back and all the crew. Big ups to them for what they've done. Of course, can't get much better than having a dad like Big Al.
Yeah, exactly. He's the backbone of the team, and he just does everything for us to make sure we've got our cars 110%. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Mitch, is it sunk in that you're 3NZ in a super stock yet?
Yeah, it has a little bit, I'm pretty stoked. Definitely wasn't expected. Like I say, I was kind of winding down at the end of the season for a break, and I guess now I've got a little bit more enthusiastic, which is good.
So what inspired this paint job and this great graphics? It's not the Penrith Panthers, was it?
Nah, it wasn't that at all, mate. To be honest, just looking for something different, and it's pretty hard to be different these days. So I was having the arm with my sign writer, and we just kind of thought, we'll do something retro, and so it became.
Indeed you did. So go out there, have some fun, buddy, and of course congratulations on what is, and the people are talking about the Kiki, the little club that can.
Thanks, mate. See you later on.
There is Mitch Vickery back up to you guys. It's just about ready to start heading to the middle.
All right, if you haven't caught that new livery of Mitch Vickery's yet, he will be on track soon, the new 3NZ. Of course, it is Keegan Levine who leads the troops out. He is the defending World Invitation Superstock champion, the 5W. On the track is younger brother Ethan Levine there in the 46, AJ Axton's the next one out the gate, and then there we go, the 3NZ of Mitch Vickery. Matt Nielsen in the 147. He's one of the automatic qualifiers heading through to tomorrow night. Of course, won the North Island Championships earlier this season. It was last season's North Island Championships, hence the reason he has gone through. Barry, it's another stunning lineup of Superstocks. You know, we've talked about the numbers. There's been highs and lows over the years, but the numbers in this post-COVID world, I think, have surprised everybody.
I really did think we might see a bit of a lull this year, but instead we're seeing records broken, not just in Superstocks, in the stock cars as well, for the major meetings. I mean, and not just by a couple of cars. You know, we're talking about records getting broken. I think the stock cars went up from 173 to about 220 something. No, it really is good to see, and plenty of experience out there, but plenty of young kids coming in out of mini stocks and that too, which obviously are the future of classes like this. And we're really going through a golden era of Superstock racing at the moment.
You know, the work that goes into these designs nowadays, just making them look spectacular. Halfway down the back straight, the 94 of Dale Stewart, new car this season, looks stunning. And behind him, the 118, former World 240s champion, and Bryce Steiner. I'm Paul Hickey alongside Barry Brown and Graham Minty Mead, taking you through this World Invitation Superstock Championships with a difference this year, minus our World our invitation drivers from around the rest of the world. You know, it's not going to be quite the same without an FWJ or Lee Fairhurst doing the rounds, is it?
No, it certainly isn't, Paul. You know, they definitely add something to it, other than Frankie and Chris Elwell many years, decades ago now.
1986.
Managing to win it. You know, it has been the domain mostly of the Kiwis, but it's just great having them here. And I did wonder, without the overseas drivers, whether a few of the guys may sort of look at it and think, it's not quite the same this year, but obviously they think it is.
Let's head down onto the infield. Former New Zealand champ Malcolm Nartais with Minty.
Yeah, Mel, welcome back to Rotorua. It seems like yesterday we were here.
Yeah, it feels like yesterday we were here.
Mate, tell me about Malcolm Nartais and the future. Is this the last 19C running at the World 240s?
It's starting to get pretty close. You know, the talent's just unbelievable now. You got 100 cars that can qualify. It is getting harder, and the drivers are getting younger, and some of us are getting older. But great meeting, you know. Sonia and the team, just amazing what they do here. And if there's two away trips I do, it's always the New Zealands and the World 240s. So, hey, we'll see how we go. We need to start qualifying. We're not been qualifying the last couple, and it's not good enough. So we'll see what happens.
So, I know mini stocks and the youngsters coming through, they've got no fear. They've at times got no budget either. So they're just quick, aren't they? And they're just really skilled.
Oh yeah, the skill set of them is just unbelievable. You know, you're chasing them for 10 laps trying to pull two spots, and half the time you can't get them. And credit to the parents putting them in cars, and it's great to see. And I'm racing with the kids of parents I used to race with, and it is really enjoyable.
So on top of that, how's the business going down in Christchurch? You know, a lot of things changed in COVID, and of course you've got to have a good business behind to run a good Superstock team. Business all functioning okay?
Yeah, no, business is going really good. We sort of just kicked back in again, and I've been up here for a few days, and they're really busy, so that's good.
So what's the goal? How are we going to qualify tonight, Mr. Nartais? How are we going to do this?
Well, grid 19, I'm just going to have to push like hell, and hope bit of luck, have a lot of luck that we can keep the wheels and steering in the thing, and finish 3 heats in the top sort of 10, and we might sneak through.
The thing is, though, first and second corner are just so damn tough, aren't they?
Yeah, everyone's in the same boat, though. Like, everyone wants to win that first lap, first corner, and it's not so bad, the first corner here now. Watch turn 3 and 4, when the car's got a bit of speed up, and they give you a big wahoo up the tube, and you go flying off to the wall, and normally take a few with you, so it's a pretty interesting wee track.
Mate, it is your last one. I just love having you around this track. Congratulations on what you've done in New Zealand Superstocks with bringing guys through, racing all around the country, being the lone roof from Christchurch. Pretty damn special. I hope it's not your last one, because I want to see a bit more of you, but if it is, mate, you've just done so awesomely well.
Yeah, no, I've had a lot of fun, and more importantly, I've met a lot of good people, and you can never take back your friends you make from Speedway. They're just unreal.
Cheers, mate. Good luck, eh?
Cheers, thank you.
Oh, look, everything that got said there is so true. Firstly, Minty, what he said about Malcolm Ngatai. He is one of the legends. He is one of those drivers that really pushed the envelope from a South Island point of view to be competing with the North Islanders and really change things up. And then I just want to touch on what Malcolm said there at the end. The friendships you make in Speedway is massive, isn't it?
No, he said you don't lose those friendships. It's because nobody goes away. Yeah, they keep sticking around you like glue. But no, it is. I mean, the people, as you do travel around the country, there's always a bed somewhere if you need one and that sort of thing. Everybody else, helps out by lending their workshops out and lending their gear out, and somebody has a big incident at the track, all the other crews are in trying to help them just to get them back out on track so they can smash them again. I mean, people from outside the sport just don't understand why you'd help somebody to fix a car and then put them up the wall in the next race, but especially if they're carrying half your gear on it. That's what the sport's all about, though.
Certainly is. As the cars continue to come out, fans around Paradise Valley, give yourselves and your favourite drivers a big round of applause. Let's head back down to the infield with Minty.
Harley, Rob, up from Christchurch, we just talked to the boss, Malcolm, and he's saying he's not sure if it might be his last one. Be a hell of a shame if it is, but he's been maximum behind all you guys.
Yeah, no, he's been doing it for years. Oh, he's probably doing it before I was born, but got to take my hat off to him, giving me and Jaden the opportunity to do this. It's bloody, him and Megan, it's bloody awesome.
How tough's it been over the last couple of weeks?
For me, it's been pretty tough because I've been in the North Island more than I have been down home, but no, we love the racing, so it's bloody good.
Hey, mate, good luck out there. What any major clues? You've been here a couple of weeks ago and it was a wild ride. It's going to be no different, is it?
No, it'll be the same. We'll take each race as it comes, and if we're down on points, we'll use a bit of bumper. That's what they're there for.
Well, that's what they're there for, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. No, we look forward to it.
Okay, mate, good luck out there, eh?
Sweet, cheers.
Of course, yeah, he's definitely used a bit of bumper at the New Zealand champs, didn't he? Of course, he is the South Island champion now. Won that at his home track back at the beginning of December. He's probably a bit gutted that he wasn't last year's South Island champion and had automatic entry to this year's event.
That's right, because it's so hard to qualify for this thing. It's so difficult to qualify for any major superstock event, especially when you've got over 100 cars going for those spots, because with the pre-qualifying drivers, they're all going for 25 spots tonight, aren't they? And with the 5-seated through, sorry.
Tonight they're going for 21 spots. Only 20 get decided tonight.
That's right, 20 spots. But with the 5-seated drivers, those grid draws for those top 25 will be done tonight with the 5-seated. But they're only racing for 20 spots.
It's a stunning lineup out there as the cars continue to come out the gate. Let's head back down onto the infield with Minty.
Yeah, Kerry Remnant's down here with me. Kerry, back at Rotorua again, another time at it. Just you seem to not be getting any older.
No, getting younger actually.
What are you trying to tell me?
No, don't look in a mirror, Minty.
Any words for Troy Adamson in Australia, because he's been giving you a bit for the last few days?
We'll get him back. It's probably a good thing he's over there. I think he's there for a reason, but he's keeping that quiet.
He's not allowed back in, you're saying?
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, what's the plan for tonight? Qualified for New Zealand's just going to have to do it again?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Good numbers, good cars. Just got to keep it clean and move forward.
How are things looking for the teams in a few weeks?
Yeah, no, looking good. Everyone's gearing up for that slowly, so get this out of the way and then we're into it.
All right, good luck out there. Have some fun, and just go do the business for Troy.
Yeah, mate. Thank you.
A bit of fun going on in Facebook world between Kerry Remnant and Troy Adamson at the moment. It's been a bit of fun watching that. And Kerry Remnant, it's so disappointing the way things kind of ended up for him at the New Zealand Superstock Championship. It was great to have him part of the finals field, and I think for a lot of people he was one of those sentimental favourites to get one of those small numbers, right?
He certainly was, and there was even talk of people offering help in that direction and that, but things became all unravelled pretty early on, and that's the thing, the calibre of the field now. I know we know how quick Quinn Ryan is, and in the first heat back here at the New Zealand Champs, Quinn Ryan got spat out the back on the first lap, and he caught up a lot of places again, but that one spin really counted him out of contention for the rest of the championship because he was chasing his tail ever afterwards. Good grid position was gone, and and that's why you see some of those drives like Asher Reese from about grid 26 up to 4th or something he did in that second heat. They are championship winning drives because you don't get to see too many of those.
Hi, Malcolm Ngatai from Suck It Up. We specialise in hydro excavation in the Canterbury region, safe big methods around services. Also we do septic tank cleaning, drain cleaning, CCTV over your pipes. If you want an excellent service, please check us out on Facebook.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
All right, now I think we're going to head to the pits, and Bianca's got Brendan Tighe with her.
Yeah, hi guys. I'm here with Brendan Tighe, who's the driver of the 669P car. Now, Brendan, this is your first season in the Superstock. How are you finding the transition?
Yeah, really good. I raced a couple, like the old man stock car, and had another one for a little while, for about a season with a few main events. But yeah, it's good to have my own and just be able to get in it when I want and do what I want.
Now, you're doing double duty tonight because I see the stock car is in the back of the bus.
Tomorrow night, so we've got some teams racing tomorrow night with the stock car for the Pumas, and then the Super tonight and tomorrow night.
So, also for those who don't know at home, you've not got one, not two, not three, but 4 cars.
Yep, both the kids race mini stocks as well, so we've got a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old, so yeah, it can be a bit of a hassle sometimes trying to get 4 cars to the track, 4 cars fixed and 4 cars back on the track again, but it's good fun.
So we could almost say that you're one of the busiest drivers up and down the pits when you've got the 4 cars here.
Oh, I would say my crew are the busiest because they do most of the work to get them back out there. I just climb from one to another and jump from one to another and steer the thing. So they're the busy ones.
So Brendan, tell me, do you have, you've got 2 cars, 2 crews, or 1 crew?
Got a few crews, so there's probably about 6 or 7 that actually help out. So tonight we've only got sort of 3 of them, but last weekend in Hawke's Bay there was about 6 families that were helping out, and so yeah, it just sort of varies. But the main crew are normally here every meeting.
Yep. And so I noticed your dad's not here. Is he going to be helping you out tonight?
Yep, he's floating around. He's already been down here and sorted some gears and stuff out as well, and had a bit of a pep talk, as you could say it. So yeah, but he is floating around, not racing, but just watching and helping.
Okay, well listen, Brendan, nice talking to you. I'll let you get back to what you were doing. I think I interrupted you doing some important stuff. We wish you all the best, and hopefully we see you at the pointy end tomorrow.
Awesome, thank you very much. Have a good night.
So it looks to be some issues off the bat for Ken Hunter.
We'll check that in a minute. Track temperature a few weeks ago was 25, 26 degrees, 16.9 degrees tonight with not much sun, a lot of water on it. And I've got a new job. In the middle, behind the red thing, I'm in the green thing, I have a new role. I'm out of here. I'm a tractor driver. I've found a usefulness for myself. But yeah, quite cool down here tonight, Paul. It's not near the temperature that we've got from before.
All right. So we see the grid there lining up. There's Ashton and Ross. Carl Shearer in the 75 outside Grant Littlewood. Both very cool looking cars. Brent Stewart in the 9. Great to have the 84N of Anthony McKenzie back up here. And down the back, the new 1NZ, Asher Rees. There he is. From the back row, he will go in this one, and they're working on the Hunter car. So race fans, welcome along, qualifying night. Red group ready to rock and roll. In the starter's hands, so let's go qualifying. So we've talked a lot about Asher Rees right down the back, but there's some other big names in here too, like former World 240s champion Scott Joblin. Kerry Remnant was a star at the New Zealand Championships, but there's cars all over the place. Littlewood's lost time. Penn and Bridges into the concrete wall. The 611 sits there in the concrete. Zach Lawrence has gone around. We go red.
And Asher Rees is...
I've got him about 9th or 10th, Brownie. The 611 car, that car's now started. They put the reds on. It's now backed up, but will be required to come to the infield for the cause of the red light, I would think.
I think he is around there, but he's not actually showing on the ELS, interestingly.
Chad Ace, left front tyre, very flat. That's also ripped the tyre end. Oh, jingus. That has sheared the whole tyre end, and the weld has pulled the whole front arm, so he's going to have to do a bottom arm replacement, kingpin replacement, wheel, brakes, and a few other bits and pieces and shocks on the front of that 4P car, so some major damage there. Corner 1, there's something laying on the track, maybe a bit of Chad Ace's car or something, but there were some bits and pieces came off that.
Yes, there was plenty of chaos everywhere, so just checking here on the replay, looking for Asher Rees. So definitely cleared through the middle of the track there quite easily.
Yeah, you'll see him dive down to the inside, and this is just coming up to the red, I think, wasn't it? So yeah, he passed a heap on turns 1 and 2, then got some more on turns 3 and 4.
Got a heap of cars with transponder issues. Damien Orr's not showing up either. I think he's sitting in 4th place. Would that be right? That's why they're having a look there to see if they can jiggle some life into some things.
Just checking here. No, Damien Orr's showing up on that, on the ELS. There's a few. All right, here we go in the starter's hands again for restart number 1. So Jordan Deere, your race leader. 581 from Shane Davis and Damien Orr. Round goes Eddie Dodson as he got caught up there in front of the New Zealand champion, who's now dicing down there. Oh, round goes the 1NZ. Being turned around by the 73, Bryce Marks. Now there's some work to do for the New Zealand champion. Finds reverse to try and get a better angle out of there, the 1NZ. And he drops all the way back down to the back of the field again. Almost a lap. Oh, and he's got damage. Just drifted wide, possibly that time through 3 and 4. Asher Rees, the 247. Hayden Chapman in the 15, and Paul Maybe have a bit of a coming together down the main straight. So Brent Stewart to the infield in the 9. 59p. Stephen Penn's gone infield as well. So 4 laps gone here at Paradise Valley Speedway qualifying night as Joplin looks up the inside of the big tank of horse. Makes the pass, as does Kerry Remnant in the 19. So the race leaders up amongst some of the back markers now, and who would have thought we'd be talking about Asher Rees being a back marker. He's really struggling, eh? There looks to have been something go wrong with that car in the mix-up, or he's got his setup all wrong tonight, which would be unusual. Now he's punctured. The 1NZ has got a puncture.
Flat right, that's why he was struggling. It was going down. Flat right's gone down.
So out front it's 581. Jordan Deere from the 81, Damien Orr. Good run so far from the 7W of Shane Davis. Holding on to that top spot, 52. Scott Joplin next, and Kerry Remnant. So Asher Rees, he will continue to circulate the New Zealand champion. As we see some 3 wide coming off the turn. Pat Westbury getting shunted out towards the concrete. Oh, coming with a big hit there, Pat Westbury. With the bumper, and that sends Littlewood and McKenzie out to the concrete wall. Littlewood's got some damage too.
Corner one, Curry, Marks and Rees.
Marks got by Asher Rees. There's Curry involved there as well. We'll see, we may get a replay of that one. So the white flag is out, and here comes the checkered. Jordan Deere takes the win in the 581. Oh, cruncher into the concrete there from Davis and Dodson. And Grant Littlewood manages to limp home as well. Man, there's some damage out there. So your provisional results: Jordan Deere 581 takes the win. From 81R, Damien Orr. Scott Joplin home in 3rd. Then Kerry Remnant 19M 4th. Shane Davis 7W in 5th place. From Elias Dykstra, Tim Ross, Ken Hunter, Carl Shearer, and then the 21 of Brendan Ashton rounds out the top 10. Then Curry, Westbury, Chapman, McEwen, Glennie, Ashby Hodge, McKenzie, Maybe, Marks, Zach Lawrence, Grant Littlewood, Eddie Dodson, and in 24th place, Asher Rees, taking just 5 points from that win, from that heat. So Jordan Deere, ladies and gentlemen, around TWS Paradise Valley Speedway, put your hands together for Jordan Deere, first checkered flag of the night in the Super Stocks. as we see the flags waving nicely on the fence down there in turn 2. Yeah,
It's going to be like this all night. It's going to be a bit exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. So Jordan Deere takes the win. A couple of big moves in there too. Barry Brown, he's done all the analysis. Let's go for it.
Yeah, certainly Tim Ross up to 7th from grid 20, yeah, plus 13. 335R, Kenneth Hunter held up the start. Grid 26 up to 8th. And Des Curry, just having a look at him, grid 28 up to 11th. So plus 17 for Des Curry. Got a couple of other ones to check here, but yeah, that was going to be a huge race for Asher Reese there. Almost inside the top 10 within one lap. I guess the only advantage is that was his back grid draw. And if you're going to finish at the back, it probably doesn't hurt as much from there. But man, he's going to have to make use of his middle and front grids now, isn't he?
Yeah, and you've almost got to consign yourself to. Oh, here's turn 1 and 2. Here's okay. No, so Reese didn't get Marks. Yeah, because it was Marks who turned Asher Reese around, and I thought, oh, maybe there was a little bit of payback there. It was just the
Des
wrong
Curry
place.
spun up and backed in, and Reese had nowhere to go running around the thing, and he got both of them. But Des Curry still managed to get what was it, 17th or 11th or something from 28.
Build it, make it, fix it, shift it, tow it, stow it, dig it, lift it, mow it, trim it, grind it, chip it. We hire it. Mix it, pour it, smooth it, finish it, saw it, plane it, nail it, polish it. 0800 24/7 rent. We hire it. 0800 24/7 rent. We hire it.
Update from the referees, all okay after heat 1, no major problems for Rod.
Okay, thank you very much, Minty. So we turn our attention now to Green Group. And pole position for this one, the 116S of Steve House. Still getting used to him having an S on the car. Outside him, the 13M of David Ellsworth. Still getting used to him being number 13. Cody McKee, one of the surprise breakout stars of the New Zealand Championships, sits on grid 3. Callan Clark, grid 4 in the 98. We see Thomas Stanaway in 87 coming into position, and behind him, AJ Axtons in car 14 on grid 10. And then behind him, Kieran O'Brien in 52. And Jack Myers in the 88. So, of course, once the results are made official, we will confirm them with you. So again, another stunning lineup of race cars. The qualifying Green Group, 12 laps, 3 heats. As we go to the starter, and we're away. So turn 1 was crazy in the opening heat, and this time we've got a couple out into the wall. AJ Axtons has gone in there.
Stand away as well.
Oh, Malcolm Natai just getting caught up again. Shannon Orr has gone around. Josh Prentice goes around. Aidan Eustace has gone around. AJ Axtons clobbers the concrete wall down the main pit
Flat
straight.
tyre, Jack Myers, left front flat tyre.
So Jack Myers has got a flat tyre. Axtons, he's being sent from pillar to post. Oh, the 33 heads straight for the blocks on the infield. Manages to pull that up before he collects them and comes out in front of the race leader. So Ellsworth is your leader from Cody McKee, Michael Rumney, Dylan Towler. Rebecca Barr took a big detour across the grass in the 34. So it's crazy busy out here as maybe becomes a little bit of a punching bag and an obstacle for the fast cars trying to make their way through. Gets bunted out of the way by Stanaway this time, but out front it's the 13. Oh, AJ Axton's getting sent backwards up the track. Not the place to be sitting, and he is mobile, and the referees will know he's mobile. Oh, Mitch Vickery! Oh, that was close. That was super close. So looking for our race leader. Still the orange number 13 of David Ellsworth. Onto the front straight, not to be confused with the 46 orange car. So 13 from 7 and 72. It is hard, it is fast out there. As we hit 7 laps gone, oh, around goes Gargan. And Ashton's in there, and the 338 of Hunter gets caught up as well, and then another shunt into the concrete for the 27. Philip Gargan started this one on grid 23. Oh, Hunter gets punched out of the way by Rebecca Barr.
Hunter's front bumper's just about ripped clean off that car. It's all hanging off on the left front.
So the 4V pulls in field. Hayden Green, actually the first retirement. Here comes, oh, massive! That was huge.
772, that's big, and fire.
Oh, it was just a little bit of an exhaust fire. That was massive. 27. The Philip Gargan car looks a bit of a mess as well.
That's ripped the carburetor almost off that car, but it's gone through the carburetor on that car, on the Gargan car, and the front rails, beams, everything's just completely ripped off that car completely.
So is it David Lowe, is it?
It's David Lowe.
Yep.
David, that was a bit wild. What happened there?
Oh, there's too much push. Thought I was going to be able to push my way through, but that didn't work.
All right, let's go racing. 3 to come for our race leader. There he is, David Ellsworth in the 13. 7R, Michael Rumney in second spot. Oh, another one over.
33 upside down.
He's been a bit of a moving chicane, the 33. And so he's gone over there, getting all the action down in the corporate boxes down in turn 4 right now.
I think he had a bit of a coming together with Ellsworth.
Oh, okay.
And sort of both half spun. And obviously...
So they're disappointing for Michael Rumney in the number 7 because he was running in second place.
Oh, I think he died for the outside line. He just kept his boot right up it. So there was always the chance what happened was going to happen.
So here we go. If you look at the big screen now, we've got a replay. So there we go. There's the tag with the race leader, David Ellsworth. And then, so Rumney went up into the side of him. Oh, there we go. Look at that.
I'm glad we got that one because I did see that one live, Paul.
And then on the big screen, you can see the guys in the black shirts. That's the Rumney racing crew right down in front of where it all happened.
Yeah, they're happy.
Well, I wouldn't say happy. He dropped from second to down. Yeah, so just that tag and tangle, and then bang into the bumper. Momentum is what's caused all this.
Logan with a thumbs up, he's fine. He's going to climb out the car now, which is cool. He's just going to be the thumbs up, just a bit of an up and over, and of course an oil fire. Chucked a heap of oil out as moment it went over, and that was the oil fire that you saw.
It's a tight squeeze from getting out of the car because the wing has been sitting there and it's come down across the window of the body.
Could have climbed out the other side, but he's got the big parts of seat to get out there, so he can't.
So, David Ellsworth, car 13. Now, did we get a white flag? Don't know whether we did in amongst that stoppage. So here we go. Restart. Oh, and William Humphries has just gone now too. What's happened to him? He just go offline in the 94. White flag is out, 1 to go. Thomas Stanaway bivs Humphreys out of the way. So he's going to lose 3 or 4 spots now, the 94. Really struggling, the ex-New Zealand champion. No problems though for David Ellsworth. 13M takes the race win. Humphreys, look at him continuing to push the envelope round the concrete wall. Wow, what a race. Woo! Catch your breath, race fans. Here we go. Your provisional results: 13M David Ellsworth, from 46W Ethan Levine, then a 96M Dylan Towler, 87B Thomas Stanaway home in 4th, then Brendan Tye 669 in 5th, Rebecca Barr 34P, then 3NZ Mitch Vickery was 7th, Cody McKee 72A in 8th place, Callan Clark 98R, and 88P Jack Myers wrapped up your top 10. We then went to 19C Malcolm Nartai, 94P William Humphreys, 7R Michael Rumney, 116S Steve House, and in 15th place the 513 of Callum Flavel. Carl Pegg 15A, then 5G, 97M, 23R, 14R, and they were the only finishers.
Just quickly, Paul, Logan maybe, how was that? Different. See that coming, and all of a sudden there's a Rumney car on top of you.
Yeah, I thought he was going over me. I didn't think I was going under him.
It's an under and over sort of pattern. Hell, it's fast out there.
Yeah, it's fucking fast.
Back up to Paul. It's all right. He's having some fun.
All right, I think we're going to head... no, we're not going to head to the pits yet. We will wait for the call on that. Okay, yes, we are going to head down pit side and catch up with Jordan Deere.
Hey, yeah, so Jordy, you've got to be happy with that. First race, first win.
Yeah, real happy with that. Car felt good. I mean, I started off the front row off grid 2, so I really wanted to bag as many points as I could in that one.
And of course, there was one stop in your race. You got a really good restart, didn't you?
Yeah. I mean, I thought the cars behind me caught me up a little bit on the red lights, but yeah, I guess you always think that when you're not looking behind you. But yeah, managed to get away again and stuck in the lead. Yeah.
And the car's looking good. You've got no damage.
Yeah, no damage. Car, like I say, car was good, so we'll probably make minimal changes for the next one. I mean, I'm off grid 16, so a lot of work to do from there. It's a tough grid, so hopefully can get through the first couple of laps and bring it home somewhere in the top 10.
Now, Jordan, we did watch that first race, and the track just looks like it's totally different to what it was when we were last here.
Yeah, it's quite a solid surface, so I mean, you're almost sliding across the top of it. It's not so much slippery or slick, but it's just you're not biting into the track as much as we were at the New Zealand Champs.
And so, of course, Wayne's just gridding up now. So what position is he coming off?
He's coming off near the back. I think he's off grid 26, so back row. So he'll be hoping to get up in the top half of the field and bag some points from there.
Awesome. Well, I tell you what, I'll let you go. Congratulations. You'll want to watch him, of course. So good luck for the rest of the evening.
Thank you.
Hi, Malcolm Nardo from Suck It Up. We specialise in hydro excavation in the Canterbury region, safe dig methods around services. Also, we do septic tank cleaning, drain cleaning, CCTV of your pipes. If you want an excellent service, please check us out on Facebook.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
All right, we take a look now at the next of our qualifiers. I can tell you actually, Red Group, as Minty mentioned, there were no issues with the referees. Red Group is confirmed. All the placings in Heat 1 for Red Group are confirmed. So that is up at our Facebook page, but we will confirm those top 10 for you in a moment.
Yeah, we'll have a close look at that one, Paul. I'll just go through and check it as we called it, because that was at the time there was some ELS issues. So just to double check that what we're looking at is what we're finished up with. Apparently the 8R Mike Granger has done the clutch backing out for this heat out of his pit spot.
Oh no.
So yeah, problems already for the 8R and won't be in this heat.
Right, blue group it is. And on pole, Hilton Parker 321. And look how far out he's brought it. Right out close to the wall. So that's it. The pole sitter gets to choose where they line up on the track. So our cameraman from the Pits TV, look at that on the big screen. Look how narrow and tight that is down the grid. There's Jaden Ward, Robbie Morrison, the 638, Dale Robertson and Steve Hampton, two always impressive looking race cars. It's the 93. Gary Hunter pulls into grid 14. Look at that bumper to bumper. Dale Stewart on the inside. 77p of Scott Penn. The 12 of Glenn Clark on the inside is Malia. And also the 95 of Darryl Williams. 21p Cody Hodge starting on grid 21. Your New Zealand Grand Prix Superstock champion, the 1-2. Oh, we're moving back here. Okay, just getting them lined up properly. So they're supposed to be bumper to bumper. Not just back to front, but also in behind each other as well. So there's no chance of an advantage for everybody or for anybody. Ethan Rees, your New Zealand Superstock Grand Prix champion, winner at Huntly last weekend, or 2 weeks ago now. And he'll start this one on grid 23, looking for a better run than his bro. On the outside of the front row, it is the 69.
Issues with the referees in the last heat. Brownie, you might have to catch up with Rod.
Okay, thank you for that, Minty. Todd O'Donnell, 69p on the outside of the front row. Simon Joblin, 72p, three-time winner of the World 240, sits on grid 4 and we're underway. Dan Pollitt's going to be the first one spun around. Who's this is going to catch out? Oh, Dale Robertson in that wall there again, thinking, oh no, not again, please. Robbie Maybe gets spun around. Oh, Hodge and Rees way up onto the grass.
Hemi gets smattered as well.
Wayne Hemi got spat out the back. Ethan Rees is spun around in 127. As Jaden Ward, he is charging in the 971. Out front though, the 72p of Simon Joblin. Alan McRobbie, 10R sits in second place. Todd O'Donnell got a bit of a push on from Roygard. Here comes Ward up the inside in the 971. This is brutal. There are bumps and pushes going in everywhere as drivers fight and tussle for every point they can. James Marley at 99 looks up the inside of Todd O'Donnell, pushes him wide. There's Mike Macno looking to make a move. Also the 57V of Dylan Marshall. Oh, and Marshall spins two cars in one go. Round goes Malia and Mike Mack. Hayden Hart in the 166. Oh, the 21, he's got some big front end issues, has Hodge. And he gets it crossed up and onto the infield. Oh, that front end is a mess.
Yeah, totally collapsed all the shocks as he went up the wall and came down very hard.
Cruncher down in turn 3. Robbie Morris, Thomas Joy's in there, Dale Michelson as well out of Stratford. Looks like a fire from the 96 car. No, it's fired up now. Must have just been exhaust. He's away, back onto the infield. Oh, Alan McRobbie in the 10R, riding up over the front of Mike Mack. And the 10 was running in second place. So he's going to drop a whole lot of spots. 72, Simon Joblin. The 591 of Wayne Hemi, both winners of this championship. Both Grand Slam champions. They're not dicing for the lead though. Hemi is a lap down. It is 72 from 971 and 58 Stefan Roygard. in third place. 9 laps gone now. James Marlier in the 99 rides the concrete wall. Look out, could be a change at the front here as Joblin just runs it a wee bit wide. And Ward makes the pass. White flag out. Joblin dives back in underneath him. Tit for tat. Jaden Ward gets the concrete wall momentarily. Again, Joblin runs wide here in the 72. He's going to hold on to it though. Takes the win. So let's confirm those provisional results for you. 72p, Simon Joblin takes the win from 971 Jaden Ward, 58k Stefan Roygard, 94R Dale Stewart, and 89W Dale Robertson was 5th. Then we went 57V Dylan Marshall, 166 Hayden Hart, 93R Gary Hunter, 69p Todd O'Donnell, and 127 Ethan Rees rounded out the top 10. Then it was 66R Steve Hampton, 9B Adam Groom, 85M Dan Pollock, 591 Wayne Hemi, then 321 Hilton Parker, 77p Shane Penn, Scott Penn, 10R Alan McRobbie in 17th, then the 99G of James Marlier, 12R Glenn Clark, 33A Robbie Maybe in 20th place. So Wayne Hemi in 14th, so there was only 13 drivers on the lead lap there. And plenty going on in that. I said it partway through the race. No quarter given as bumpers were flying. Drivers desperate to just grab those spots.
Man, there's some wrecked cars out here.
Yeah, certainly is. Right, speaking of wrecked cars, Chad Ace was one of them in one of the earlier heats. Let's catch up with him pitside.
Yeah, I'm down here. Really unfortunate, Chad, that you got a DNF in your first heat.
Yeah, that's the way it goes though. It's speedway racing and, bit of contact here and there and turn 1 and 2 push. It just is what it is.
So paint us a picture. What actually happened to the car?
So we sort of just, pulled grid 16 and got a bit of a, jumble up down in that turn 1 and 2 and so I guess some car's bumper or something's made its way into my stub axle and broke the steering arm off the stub axle, so I had no steering and the tyre went flat, but other than that we're good to go again.
So it's all fixed, we're all good to go?
Yep, we'll be out there in race 2.
Awesome, so you owe your crew a couple of bevies tonight for getting you back?
Yeah, well, sure we can sort them out.
Awesome, well we wish you luck. Have you got a game plan from here, Chad?
We're still a long night yet. The rep charge and that tomorrow, we'll play this race how it just as it comes and sort of see where it all lands after that.
Awesome, well we wish you luck. Sorry about the DNF. Hopefully you do better in your next few. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
It's action for the whole family. With 23 tracks around New Zealand, there is no better way to spend your weekends than at a Speedway New Zealand track.
Here they come to the start-finish line again.
There's something for the whole family. Sprint cars, saloons, stock cars, sidecars, midgets, and much, much more. Pack up the family and make a trip to adrenaline-filled, action-packed bashes and crashes that only Speedway can deliver. Visit www.speedway.co.nz to find out the track nearest to you. Speedway, it's our summer thing.
Okay, boy, it's been busy. Yellow group is next up. Our red group, I mentioned that we got the official results and they are up now at our Facebook page. We do have one major difference there that from our original call. Ross Ashby was missing from our original call and he's been inserted into 5th place, Barry.
Yeah, 5th place, so we know there was a few ELS issues in that one, so basically the top 4 were right. Ross Ashby slots in behind Kerry Remden, who was 4th. Everybody else moves down one, so that seemed to be the the only noticeable difference there.
Okay, Blue Group, we've just seen it. Analysis on that one?
Yeah, quite a lot of big moves in that one. The 57V, grid 19 up to 6, so plus 13. 166B being so impressive. Hayden Hart in the Super Stock this season. Grid 24 up to 7th, plus 17. Ethan Rees, who had trouble during the race, still finished up going from grid 23 to 10th, plus 13. 9B of Adam Groom, grid 22 to 12th, and plus 10. And the 591P of Wayne Hemi, 14th place, but come from grid 26. So,
and considering he got spun out,
yes,
early as well.
As well, and the same as Ethan Rees, they both still made 12 or 13 spots. So some great moves there, but yeah, Hayden Hart the best with a plus 17.
Okay, as far as official results go, as I say, Red is up now at our Facebook page. And
there's some still a bit of discussion down below from that last heat too. After this heat, I'll go straight to referees' rooms and update the last two heats where there has been some discussion, and Rod said to me, no, give me the thumbs down. So
okay, all right, so we'll be all over that. Yeah, it's been crazy out there. It's hard enough for us to watch, let alone imagine trying to referee it. There is so much going on out there. As we get our first look at the brand new 2NZ, of course, a couple of weeks ago here at Paradise Valley Speedway, Jason Long taking second place at the New Zealand Superstock Championships. But let's also not forget that 12 months ago, Jason Long finished second at the World 240s as well. So the last two major Superstock meetings here at Paradise Valley, he has finished runner-up. Hey, just take a look. We're moving up the grid here on the inside row. Car 711G, the nice and white and pink one there. That is 711G, Janika Peach. That car is the Dale Avers car that won the New Zealand Superstock Championships here in 2011.
That knows its way round.
It does.
Looks sharp too, doesn't it?
It does, certainly does. Peter Bengston out there, former World 240s champion in number 58. Peter Rees, 10G, another former World 240s champion in amongst this field. Bryce Steiner, 118R, another former World 240s champion. Former New Zealand champion out there, Jared Wade in 85. What a lineup.
Look at your back too. Quinn Ryan and Harley Robb, 46 and 991, and Wade just beside them. That's a front row, not a back row.
That's a worthy podium, isn't it? Harley Robb, the South Island champion, of course, and Quinn Ryan, well, he just looks so smooth.
Good point, Ranty, because it gives people something to watch, doesn't it? You know, when you've got a back couple of rows like that, there's only one way they're going to be going, that's up.
It is Blue Group, qualifying heat number 1.
No, it's Yellow Group.
Sorry, Yellow Group. I hadn't ticked off my blue.
And you've got a colour coded as well.
Just look at Brownie's shirt.
Luke Myers sits on pole for his first run in the Superstock here at Paradise Valley. And say hello to the 2NZ and goodbye to the 2NZ. Oh man, there's cars everywhere again down there in the turn. Dykstra's caught up. Jason
Brown just had his car driven right across the top of it by the 74R.
Todd Hemingway, thumbs down in turn 3, the 99. So we'll go red.
Straight away, thumbs out the window.
Yeah, he stopped pretty quick.
Simon Davis, the 27 W on the infield as well.
And Jared Wade's right there with them as well. You know, that's the thing. You talked about those drivers at the back of the field.
Yeah.
3 very quick drivers.
Well, this is the time, those back grids, it's the time to stamp your mark, isn't it? So, because you just put that pressure on everybody else. You go out there and pass 17 or 18 cars, all the guys around you have got to equal or better that.
So they just checked over Todd, and there's Zambuk's given him the okay to move the car. They've had a good check through, and he was talking about procedure they do in an accident now. Your chief medic goes through, he checks neck, head to make sure nothing's moving, that the driver's safe, they're okay, there's no hurt in the back of their neck, back of their head. Then he gives the thumbs up and says we can now go ahead and move the car.
Yeah, it's all very kind of thorough now. And, you know, it's something, injuries, yes, there's a few. Nature of the sport, really, isn't it? But, you know, the concussion thing has come to the fore lately in a lot in the last few years with rugby and rugby league. But concussion, something we've kind of taken pretty seriously in Speedway for many years now.
Speedway was well ahead of the likes of, I think, American football and rugby and that sort of thing, wasn't it? Took it very seriously a long time. All these big professional leagues have really thought that there was an issue.
All right, we're about to go racing. Race leader, car 10. Oh, very quick start from Peter Bengston in the 58 and the 27 of Simon Davis. Oh, turn 3 and 4 just slammed Clayton Hagan, who dished him up there. Brett Hislop in the 9. Boy, he just lined him up, didn't he? Davis still struggling to get mobile, and we're going to go red for the 27.
Geez, that was a serve up, Paul.
It was.
Ouch.
I don't know whether that was an intentional one or whether it just kind of lost control heading out there, but boy, he certainly didn't seem to ease off the gas, did Bundy. Here we go. We've got the replay on the big screen for you now. Just kind of went straight ahead, didn't he? Bang, both of them. Leave the earth for a moment.
Davis got the push start and the car refired, so obviously something wrong with either the ignition battery or starter motor, something in there. Todd, just quickly, you all right, mate?
Yeah, mate, yeah. Throttle jam going down the back straight there, so that was pretty scary.
So no stopping?
No stopping, mate, straight into the wall.
The World 240s qualifiers here at TWS Paradise Valley Speedway. Lights go out, wait for the green. Oh, here we go. 8 versus 9 again. Oh, he's just... Clayton Hagan just gave Brett Hislop a bit of a how's your mother. And Hislop's got some issues. He's going to continue circulating, though, with that flat right front. It's busy. Oh, and around goes Myers, is it? No, it's Mark Costello. Adam Joblin got caught up in there. And now Adam Joblin's going to get spun around again. He gets a clip from Bryce Steiner. 10-2-58 is how they're still running.
Quinn Ryan from the back of the grid to out 5th by me.
Oh, 74, Jared Gray, big bit of concrete out of the wall in turn 4. Bryce Steiner is going to call it quits. The 118 pulls to the infield. So it could be a change at the front here. Jason Long goes in underneath, makes the pass, the 2NZ to the front. Rees right on his tail though, gives him a little nudge. Oh, rides up over the side momentarily. Peter Bengston getting in amongst the action. Luke Myers in the 15 doing a great job.
7-11 stopped in corner 2.
Could be a red light here shortly. There it is.
Just as she moved.
Yep. Murphy, as always. So this battle at the front, it's a goodie. 2-10. Right over here where the car is that they are addressing, the 711. Janika Peach from Gisborne. New name on me. But, as we have pointed out in that little factoid earlier on.
She'll be slightly sort of say the moment they read it came right, but that's life.
Yep.
Yeah, I think she was a bit unfortunate there, and that comes down to the hesitation time on the button. She definitely moved before it went red, but it's that same split second.
So Quinn Ryan continues to be a big mover. Paul Vasey gets in there too in the 351. Oh, problems for Mark Costello in the 98. Now he's got it refired. Lost a lot of time though, 98M. White flag out, 1 to go. Luke Myers makes the pass underneath Peter Bengston. That's for 3rd. And Peter Rees comes back in underneath Jason Long. What a move, what a pass. What a race. race. Wow. So still waiting on official results for all bar the opening group. I think they were having issues with referees. Red group we've got. So let's just check those positions. 10G, Peter Rees, 2NZ, Jason Long, 15P, Luke Myers, 58P, Peter Bengston, 46B, Quinn Ryan wrap up the top 5. We then go 85K, Jared Wade, 351, Paul Vasey, 991, Harley Robb, 21W, Richard Gaskin, and Tony Van Lieshout, 49H, rounds out the top 10. Carl Southall, 911, was 11th. Ryan Hunt, 29M, then 7H, Shay Hambling. Barry Hunter Jr. 336, then 19R Jason Brown in 15th. 98M Mark Costello from 31R Brendan Beasley, 8B Clayton Hagan, 62P Adam Joblin, and 74R Jared Gray was there in 20th. 9P was still circulating, Brett Hislop in 21st place, the last of our finishers. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. A checkered flag for Peter Rees, another former 240s winner, takes a qualifying heat win at Paradise Valley Speedway.
The St Nicholas is a familiar sight around Bluff as she steams out to capture Can-Do Fishing's famous Bluff Kinner. Once caught, the kinner is brought back to the purpose-built factory in Bluff where it is processed, packed and shipped fresh to you. But that's not all that Can-Do Fishing can do for you. Try some of their green-boned fish or delicious power products and you will soon see why seafood from the Bluff is world famous. So head to your local fish market or supermarket and ask for Can-Do Fishing Kinner, fish or power. Can-Do Fishing, there's nothing we can't do for you.
Right, let's turn our attention back to the track. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen, and amongst the hold-ups there. But thank you for bearing with us and amongst a couple of emergencies on venue. Sharkies Engineering, the Aotearoa Ladies Crown, back for another year as part of our World 240s meeting. How cool is this? And as we've talked about a couple of times, you know, back when this started, we might have had 4 or 5 full-time female drivers in the field. and the rest were kind of made up of girlfriends, wives, crew, hangers-ons. Whereas now it is pretty much a full field of full-time female drivers, which is really cool to see. And that's it. You know, we see the females in the mini stocks, and now plenty of them are making a jump up. And there's some talent in amongst this, Barry.
There is. I mean, this championship, it's going to be competitively fought this weekend. But I think in another couple of years, this is just going to be such an even championship because there's going to be so many drivers there.
Pole position in the 172 car is Rebecca Barr. So the winner of the first year of this Aotearoa Ladies Crown. So she starts on pole in 172, getting a lone car for the weekend, which is great for her. 18V, Hayley James on the outside. Kendall Ashton in 73, another lone car. So the two girls on the inside row at the front have already been out racing in the super stocks. Now here they are in the stock cars. Brittany Carpenter, 85 GM, sits on grid number 4. We then go back to Gemma Palmer, long-time racer out of Hawke's Bay. Great to have her back because she's one of our regulars. And the 33 car also from Hawke's Bay, Karina Annan, makes up row 3. Let's go racing. It's the Aotearoa Ladies Crown thanks to Sharky's engineering. The ladies doing their thing. Straight away, some chaos down the back of the pack. Miller Theobald, one of our quick locals, won a race last weekend. She got a little bit tangled up down there. So big push down into turn 3 and 4. So as they take a little while to just sort themselves out. But look at Rebecca Barr out the front. It's going to be tough to beat. James in second place, then Palmer, Carpenter, Ashton. And then the 42, Lauren Swift. Oh, and gets caught up there with Kendall Ashton, spins her around. So Swift is going to lose a couple of spots. Ashton's going to lose plenty. Oh, and to the concrete wall goes Katie Prescott in the 75. It was the 33 that got caught up with her there, Karina Annan. And I don't think that Prescott car is going to go anywhere. The right front pointing the wrong way. She's got it off the wall now. I know she's got it mobile. Well done to her. 69S is your defending champion. Down into turn 1 and 2. The 53 limping along the wall as well. Alana Buckthorpe out of Stratford. So looking for our race leader. Down the main straight into turn 3. Rebecca Barr, 172. Followed by the 18. Hayley James. So these two off the front row. Running in the top spots. In this opening heat, Gemma Palmer there in third. Annan's got a flat right front. She continues to circulate though. Kirsten Kaiser, 681, gets it crossed up a wee bit. So through turn 4 and onto the pit straight. It's Kendall Reid, the local who leads that bunch. Oh, and the race leader's being taken out. Oh, now where's Rebecca Barr going to enter the track here?
That could be looked at.
That is that's an exclusion, isn't it? Like that's like
yeah.
Yeah, that's her gone. Well, from this race, you'd think.
Yeah, she certainly didn't re-enter the same straight to which she left the track.
Although you then also have to query while our tank driver is getting into it. We've got a couple round down in turn 3 and 4 there as well. It's Chloe Ingram, of course, in the now we go red. Chloe Ingram in the tank, she's getting into it, no doubt about it. But then you do have to then queer Rebecca Barr's argument, but she took her all the way to the infield, as opposed to disengaging immediately, or were they locked together?
I think they were locked together, Paul. They certainly came together right down here in turn 4. You can actually still see all the wheel tracks all the way across.
Yep.
But yeah, Rebecca seemed to be heading back towards the track before the concrete pole line.
And then changed her line.
But then changed the line. If she'd have carried on straight where she was going, she'd have been sweet, but she was well into turn 1, almost turn 2 by the time she hit the dirt again.
Right. So we're 11 laps. So the white flag is out. Less than a lap to go for the race leader. Big group of back markers in front too. Could be an interesting one for James. So brings it home nice and clean. The 18V, Hayley James from the front row, takes the win. So good drive from Hayley James, 18V, picks up maximum points and takes the win from the 85G of Brittany Carpenter. 14B, Gemma Palmer was home in 3rd, then Alex Jones in 28, up from grid 15 to 4th place. Defending champ, the 69, Carol Pajerski. How about this? Grid 27 up to 5th place. Then we went to the 38G of Dana Kingsbeer to round out your top 6.
Yeah, I mean, with the championship being run over 6 races, we talk about those championship winning drives in the back of the grid. Of course, over 6 heats, they're going to get 2 back grids, aren't they?
Yes.
So she's going to have to repeat that again tomorrow night. But yeah, that's certainly a fantastic start from the defending champion.
Right, Red Group, let's recap what happened in this one. I'll run you through the top finishes. Barry can give us the big movers from Red Group. So Jordan Deere was the heat winner from grid 1, from grid 2. Damien Orr finished in 2nd place. Scott Joblin in 3rd. Kerry Remnant in 4th, and rounding up the top 5 was Ross Ashby in Red Group.
Yeah, our biggest movers in that one were the 335R of Ken Hunter and the 21R of Brendan Ashton. Had them initially as 17 and 18, but I know we did have an extra car inserted, so that would go down to plus 17 and plus 16. But yeah, good moves from the 335R and the 21R. They'll be looking to capitalise in Heat 2.
So this time around, good to see Chad Ace has got back out there, although he did confirm that with us in an earlier interview. Minty's been keeping us up to date with the drivers that are missing. So we see that grid 12 is empty. So that's where Ken Hunter should be.
Yeah, still having problems trying to get that car going in the pits, Paul. I'm just down here now. They said it was all good, but it's just not wanting to go.
Well, that is disappointing after that mega move.
Biggest mover in Heat 1 out for Heat 2.
And then also Kerry Remnant is missing too, so another top finisher, 4th place in that heat, so he's gone.
Yeah.
So that kind of throws the screw open a wee bit again.
Doesn't it?
And that is great.
The flexi paint, that's his problem.
That's the great news for the 1NZ of Asher Rees.
Yeah, that's certainly opened the welcome, or put down the welcome mat, hasn't it?
It has.
Still got to do the passing.
Bryce Marks on pole, and we're away. Oh, look out, turn 1. Oh, yeah, we got cars, we got right up the wall. There, Damien Orr's trying to fly again. We got one stuck up on the concrete wall. We got all these cars on the infield.
Asher Rees right in the middle of that, so he's gone.
Okay, so that was Carl. Now, yeah, look, so Damien Orr, I think is he all over the top, or is the front end of the Asher Rees car completely dropped out? Or because Damien was kind of squeezed up.
Yes.
And whether he's come down on the top of the Rees car and is that's what's dropping the front end by the looks of things.
The Hunter car, the MSD failed, so the ignition system has failed on startup. It won't fire up, so major failure in a Hunter car just as he came out. The 4V is also out as well. Hayden Green's out of the green group. That's got the radiator, massive damage on the front of that.
Thank you. So there we go. You can see on the big screen from that angle. Let's take a look at that.
That was a 20-car traffic jam, wasn't it?
It was. There's a big push here. Look, Carl Shearer in the 75. He had a good first heat. He just got caught up here. There's Asher Rees right out wide there, and now he tries to cut back in. So we've got Carl Shearer going up the wall, but then there's chaos down the middle here, and Damien Orr, he's probably got his foot in it, trying to get through that, like you say, that massive traffic jam. Big push down into turn 1. Is that Tim Ross? Is it out there? No, who's... yeah, it is Tim Ross out there. So he got hit from post to pillar as well. Jordan Deere got through there nicely. Hayden Chapman's in early retirement. So look, there's Damien Orr right up over the top of Asher Rees and the Joblin car, and then he's come back down and the car's just ended up sitting on the side.
Just out in the pits, Paul, the damage on some of these cars, we saw it the first night of the New Zealand's here. We thought it was a bit tired. It's gone up another level. The welders, the grinders. I've just seen the Rumney car. It's got some box section tacked onto the top of that bumper to try and get back out, and it's just a bit different. Here we go, back to you.
And we're racing. So it's kind of eyes on the infield. I think those three are definitely stranded. Carl Shearer tries to charge his way past Scott McEwen. Couldn't barge through hard enough though, and ends up losing a couple of spots himself in the 75. Oh, they're apart. But Asher Rees is going nowhere. And Damien Orr's got some major front end damage as well.
Well.
So Pat Westbury's got some issues. He's gone around down in turn number 2. Back mobile now. Eddie Dodson's gone to the infield. So looking for our race leader down past the pit gate. And amongst the leaders is Scott McEwen in the 28, but he is a lap down. As is the 75 of Carl Shearer. He was the one that was stuck up on the concrete wall for the early part of the race. So it's 4 from 47 and then back to 73. And then there's the 9 up there. Not according to our ELS. Oh, he's gone off course again. Brent Stewart clobbers the concrete wall. So of course Damien Orr, a second place in the first heat, so that's why he's still circulating. May not make the top 5 because, but then remember, the points you earn tonight is what determines your grid position tomorrow night for the repechage for the next 26 highest point scorers. Oh, big crunch there as Dykstra puts the bumper into the 59. And then it was kind of a double whammy on the tank of Seth Hodge. Dykstra makes the pass on Penn. Onto the pit straight, race leader, 4P, Chad Ace. Looking good in this one from that front row start. White flag drops this time, 1 to go. Black and white flag for the number 4 out of Palmy. All right, so provisional top 10. 4P Chad Ace takes the win from 47B Zach Glennie. 581 Jordan Deere up to 3rd. 73A Bryce Marks was 4th. Then the 106 of Des Curry. 144 Tim Ross was 6th. 7W Shane Davis was there in 7th place. 38M Ross Ashby in 8th. Grant Littlewood 24W. And then the 15R of Paul Mabey in 10th. Then it was 84N, 52P, 12P, 59P, and 28V Elias Dykstra in 15th. Then 75S, 21R, 97R, 25M, 9R Brent Stewart in 20th, Damien Orr in 21st place. Minty.
Just a quick one, Paul. The Green Group now has 6 cars gone from it. It's that 4V is out, 27S, 33R, 52B, 99R and 338R. Russell Hunter is also out. 6 cars gone from Green Group, missing from the dummy grid this time around. And that car of Rees is going past me, and man, that second hand, that carburetor's had a smack. It's knocked the top off the carburetor as he's gone past me. So the 1NZ car is very, very second hand.
Thank you for that update. We've got some provisional points as well from that group, so we'll look at that as part of our analysis in a moment. Jordan Deere is leading there, boy. Tell you what, it just shows you the fickle nature of the sport we love so much.
Hi, welcome to X Factor Cars, Southland's multi-award winning pre-owned dealership. Stockists of classic collectibles, V8s, family vehicles, trade vehicles and everything in between. Thinking American or Aussie muscle, family vehicle or custom? Think X Factor Cars.
Hey guys, so I'm with Carol Pajewski. Now you started off grid 27 and you've passed a lot of cars to actually have a great start to defending your title, Carol.
Yeah, well, hopefully we got rid of all our gremlins in that time trial with blowing the drive shaft and the torque arm and not getting a very good result in that and being dead last off the first race. So, I mean, making all that ground up in the first race is a big thing in itself. So, hopefully we can try and defend our title and see what happens.
So you came off very last in your first heat. Where are you coming off in your next?
I think I'm a 13th and a 3rd in the last one. I think that's what they are. So, I mean, hopefully we can just keep trucking along like we did in this one and we'll have some good luck.
So tell us, do you have a position where you prefer to start off, like front, middle, back?
On the inside.
As long as you're on the inside, that you're a happy girl?
Yeah, especially here. I mean, the first turn here, if you get eaten into that wall on the outside, you're pretty well screwed. So the inside is where I like to start, but I mean, wherever we all get the same amount in our grids, so it works out even anyway, so.
Absolutely. So the car's looking awesome. Tell us who sponsors you, because of course we couldn't do this day in, day out without your major sponsors.
There's so many sponsors. My biggest one would be my parents. My mum and dad put a lot of time, money and effort into my car, and recently my parents have spent that much money getting mine and my brother's cars looking pretty mean, so I think they look good. And all of our other sponsors, Wanganui Engine Rebuilders for doing my new engine this year, GearTech, GRD, Repco, AutoLink, Century Batteries. I've probably forgotten some. There's that many that we have that help us out day in and day out with our racing, and we couldn't do it without them.
Awesome. Well, we wish you luck for the rest of the evening, and well done on defending this crown.
Thanks. Hopefully we have some luck.
Awesome. Thanks, Carol.
Yeah, luck certainly plays a big part of it. Well, there you go. Like I was, just saying before we went to the break there, the fickle nature of what we do. 2 weeks ago, Asher Rees, had it all. New Zealand champion, and then bang, returns to that same track, and just nothing happens right.
Heat 1, 24th. Heat 2 did not finish. Heat 3 did not start.
Wow.
It can't go...
no, it can't get a lot worse, can it?
It can't go pear-shaped a lot worse than that. Just looking at that heat, Paul, there was some pretty good moves. Ross Ashby moved up 15 spots, grid 23 to 8th. 15R, Paul Maybe, good run in that one from 24th up to 10th, so plus 14. And Jordan Bear with a 16th up to 3rd, plus 13. So also the 7W Shane Davis, grid 18 up to 7th. So yeah, a few double-digit moves in that second heat for Red Group. But boy, with those did not starts and that's going to become a very interesting group. And Asher Rees in the trailer.
All right, Green Group on track right now. Heat 1 winner was the 13M of David Ellsworth, followed home by Ethan Levine, Dylan Towler, Thomas Stanaway, and Brendan Tye in Green Group. Look at all the empty spots, as Minty pointed out, 6 non-starters in Green Group. So any worries that any of the drivers may have had about these 28-car fields, well, we've been down to 26 in all of them by the end of turn 2. All right, we're ready for a start. Jack Myers on pole with Josh Prentice outside, and Myers a bit slow off the mark that time around, little unlike him, as he gets tangled up here with his Panthers teammate momentarily, William Humphreys. He'll be looking for a good one because he got that big punt and some damage in the earlier heat. David Ellsworth, Heat 1 winner, on the infield, tangled up, drops to the back of the pack.
And Dylan Towler as well, 3rd in Heat 1.
So it's Josh Prentice. Oh, cars climbing off the concrete wall. So the race leader is 5G, Josh Prentice. So it's Prentice from Myers and Humphreys. Prentice runs wide. Myers will go to the lead. William Humphreys also looks to make the pass on Prentice. To get in underneath him, he does. Rebecca Barr hanging around near the pointy end as well. Malcolm Nartai and the 3 NZ of Mitch Vickery. So of course this is the heat where we had the 2 rollovers. And David Lowe back out there in the 722. Minus his wing. Just getting onto the front straight now, running in behind Kendall Ashton. So Jack Myers still leads, comes up on a back marker there, and Carl Pegg, 15A, makes the pass. Michael Rumney goes around in the 7R. That just causes an issue there for David Ellsworth. Mitch Vickery with the fastest lap. Oh, Pegg hard out into the concrete wall in turn 1. while he was in amongst the leaders. They're running at the back of the pack now, Carl Pegg, after those couple of incidents, but it's Myers from Humphreys, Prentice, Barr and Vickery. Clark in the 98R, just straight ahead to the turn 3 concrete. Comes out of it though. Sparks fly as he kisses the concrete for race leader Jack Myers. And Kendall Ashton is in the turn 2 wall and will go red. White flag out. William Humphreys, he'll be desperate for points. He didn't have a flash one in the first heat. Started 17th, came home 12th, but he would have expected a gain of more than 5. Forces Myers wide. Humphreys through to the lead and the win. Oh, Peters! Woo, that was close. Got a bit of air there, Josh Prentice. So, a needed win for William Humphreys. Jack Myers right up there too. So let's confirm. Provisional results. William Humphreys in first. Jack Myers in second. Josh Prentice 5G in third. 3NZ Mitch Vickery in fourth place. Then the 19C of Malcolm Nartai. 34P Rebecca Barr. 513 Callum Flavel. Good race for him. Ethan Levine. Another top 10 finish in the 46W. Cody McKee, 72A, and in 10th place, 87B, Thomas Stanaway. In 11th, AJ Axtons, the 14R, then 116S, 669, 96M, and 722, David Lowe in 15th, then 98, 13, 7, 97, and 15, in 20th, and just that one DNF of Kendall Ashton.
Hi, I'm Brittany Carpenter, driver of 85GM, based out of Greymouth. I use wholesale tyres, coloured chrome rims on my car. If you're looking for something unique and different on your car, contact Wholesale Tyres to get these coloured rims. Or get a hold of them on Facebook at Wholesale Tyres, or go onto their website, which is www.wholesaletyres.net.nz. See you trackside.
Need coloured chrome rims? Wholesale Tyres. Good rims, better prices, great people.
All right, so let's turn our attention now to Blue Group. Coming out the pit gate, Ethan Rees, Thomas Joyce. Is there Dale Mickelson out of Stratford in the 185. Todd O'Donnell, 69. Heat 1 winner Simon Joblin, 72P, making his way to the track as well. So this time lining up on pole is Gary Hunter in the 93R. Finished in 8th place in the opening heat. In fact, let's recap your top 5 from Heat 1. It was 72P Simon Joblin, ahead of 971C Jaden Ward. 3rd place, 58K Stephen Roygard. 4th, 94R Dale Stewart. And rounding up the top 5, Dale Robertson, 89W. Big moves at Blue Group. Adam Groom went up 10 spots. Ethan Rees up 13. Hayden Hart up 17. Wayne Hemme up 12. So those were some of the big moves in Blue Group. So again, we see some of those empty spots that Minty's been telling us about. Front row though, 93 Gary Hunter and the 12 of Glenn Clark. Scott Penn, 77P. And
And the 99, James Malia. So Simon Joblin, 72p, Heat 1 winner and 3-time winner of the World 240s. Of course, Frankie Wayman Jr. from the UK, he's done it 3 times as well. He's not here this weekend. Could Simon Joblin be the first to make it 4? He's got to qualify first. But obviously, he knows how to win here at Paradise Valley. We're in the starters' hands. Blue Group, Heat 2. And we're underway. Oh, and Simon Joblin got caught up and tangled. And then as the Robbie Morris car was coming across, caught Joblin as well. Todd O'Donnell's come to a stop down in turn 4. Lights go red. So a bit of chaos out there in that early part of the race as well. Onto the main straight, onto the pit straight I should say, sorry, 93 from 77. Oh, Hayden Hart, another one who's been a top finisher. He pulls to the infield in the 166. Big mover in Heat 1, and he's gone. So still Hunter, your race leader. From the 591 of Wayne Hemming. Scott Penn in the 77. Penn runs a wee bit wide, so Clark looks up the inside of the number 12. Oh, Sparks. Chaos there. Is that Jaden Ward? It is. Something's gone wrong in that car. No, sorry, it's Dylan Marshall. Dylan Marshall in the 57 that's in the concrete wall. Oh, the big rollover. Steve Hampton. In the 66. Did he clip the... I just caught the end of it. He clipped the Marshall car. And it's just flipped them over. So yeah, Dylan Marshall is the car there. I thought it was Jaden Ward. I just couldn't quite make it out there. Unfortunately, missed it, so we won't be getting any replays of that one. Jaden Ward was making big gains through the field. The driver, if he's happy, can continue. So Steve Hampton.
Yeah, it's different to a red light. Like normally a red light, prime cause goes infield, yes. But in the case of a rollover, automatic red light and Hampton's mobile. Although struggling.
Yeah, Mo's going to call it. Got some bent gear in there. So Ethan Rees gets right up on the back end of Wayne Hemming now, first, second, third, all running pretty close together. Oh, Stefan Roygard, who's that? He's given a heave-ho to Dale Robertson. And here comes Simon Joblin as well, jumping in there underneath Robertson. Dale Stewart in the 94, big finish in the first heat, circulating on a flat tyre. Here's Jaden Ward looking up the inside of the 12R car of Clark. Round through turns 3 and 4, makes the pass. Around goes Clark. I was having such a good run before then. Seth Hodge. Cody Hodge in the 21. Getting it all kind of crossed up in front of Hilton Parker. Out there in the 3-2-1. Oh, Joblin. clobbers the concrete wall through turns 3 and 4 that time. White flag is out, 1 to go. And the race leader will come home and there's been a change. Wayne Hemi takes the win. Missed the lead change in there. But confirming your top 10, Wayne Hemi 591. From 127 Ethan Rees, 93R Gary Hunter third, then 971 Jaden Ward, 33A Robbie Maybe, 21P Cody Hodge in 6th place, then 321 Hilton Parker, 89W Dale Robertson, 72P Simon Joblin, and 58K Stephen Roygard round out your top 10. Then it's 10R Alan McRobbie, 84 Mike McLaughlin, 95 there in 13th place Darryl Williams, then Glenn Clark 12R in 14th, Adam Groom in 15th, Dan Pollock 85M, 96H Thomas Joyce, 638 Robbie Morris, 94R Dale Stewart, and Scott Penn rounded out the top 20.
Just a quick one, Paul.
In there as well. Yes,
Bryce Steiner in the last one, he failed to the infield. The problem was the fuel pump failed. They fitted a new fuel pump. He is back on the grid and going. Lots of welding though. That new Rees mobile welding unit, it's been cranking the light fantastic. The 10A of McRobbie, another car that's had the carburetor ripped off. That carb's been smacked. It's just come past me. So, wow. Wow. Some of these cars are getting some big air and smashing the bajingas out each other.
Thank you for the update, Minty. Paul Hickey, Barry Brown, Graham Minty Mead in the comms box for you, keeping you up to date across the course of tonight.
Want mag wheels now? We've got 14-inch mag and tyre combos from only $8 a week, 15s from $10 a week, and 17s from only $12 a week. 15 stores nationwide, limited time, only at Mag and Turbo.
Yes, so hello and good morning to everybody in the UK.
Just when you're talking about Ram Jam, the New Zealand Superstocks down at Wanganui is his final ever meeting for commentary. That is his retirement meeting I'm going down for, just to sign the rammer off as he finishes. Just quickly to the 77P, Penn came out of that. That thing's got an absolutely shattered left side. They're trying to get the wheel off at the moment and hoping like hell it hasn't done any damage to the diff and some of the gear that holds the diff together on the left-hand side. But real problems getting that wheel off at the moment and that wheel guard. So wheel guard's fine, but the wheel and some of the insides of that has just had a hiding. So same as the 66R of Hampton. That left rear on his car's had a massive hit as well.
Just want to check something with you, Minty. You meant the North Island champs?
Is it the North Island champs down in Wanganui? It is,
you said the New Zealand. You had them there last year.
Look, I'm getting tired.
You are. You've been to the New Zealands this year. They were right here. Don't you remember the 6-day meeting?
Can't remember it. Shall we do it again?
All right, let's remember what happened in the opening race of Yellow Group. 10G, Peter Rees took the win ahead of 2NZ, Jason Long. Then it was 15P, Luke Myers. Great showing from him. 58P, Peter Bengston was 4th. And rounding up the top 5 in that opening heat was the 46B.
Quinn Ryan from grid 27.
Yeah, massive move, eh? So Peter Bengston, top 5 finish in that opening heat from grid 15. This time he starts on pole. Richard Gaskin alongside him in 22. So 3 or 4 empty grids in this one.
Just quickly, the 57V, it's not the front that's moved, it's had a back corner hit. It's moved the back left of that corner forward probably 6 or 8 inches.
Wow.
It's bent the whole chassis.
Yellow Group, heat 2. Let's go. Trying to pick out who that is who's gone around. Oh, we've got 2 sideways going down the straight there. Round goes grey. Oh, Quinn Ryan's been spun around. Lights will go red. Oh, and look at that.
I reckon the red lights are connected directly to the starter on every car.
And
He knows.
He knows. Oh,
He knows the rules.
So stink, Simon Davis. It is. Oh, that. Yep. He knows. But it's still a tough pill to swallow, especially on the opening lap. There are a couple of them pushed sideways down there. Lights are out. Let's go. So Peter Bengston, 10 years ago. Sorry, it was 2014 when he last won this World 240s. Oh, that didn't sound good. From the 58. Not sure what it was. Bryce Steiner sits in second place. Jared Wade in third. Paul Vasey makes the pass up the inside of the Van Lieshout car. Oh, around goes Steiner and Wade. They were running second and third. Lose a bundle of spots. So Peter Bengston's cleared away. Richard Gaskin, 22W, sitting in second spot. Ahead of Jason Long, he's made his way towards the front of the field. Peter Rees as well. And the number 10. Oh, touch and go there between. Oh, Vasey getting turned. Harley Robb in there with the bumper. So they both ended up losing half a dozen spots there. Look at this at the front though. But while Bengston's gone, Long, Gaskin and Rees, good little battle for second place. Oh, around goes Van Lieshout, coming off turn 2. Harley Robb got caught up in there. Jason Long now just giving himself a little bit of a buffer over Rees. Paul Vasey's in the wall, coming off turn 4. Vasey's still got issues in the 351. Made some good moves in the opening heat too. Fastest lap of the race is 16.4 from Peter Bengston. Race leader gets the white flag. He's got a few back markers between himself and his challengers. So Bengston will take the win. Right, so let's look at those provisional results. First home, 58p, Peter Bengston. Second, 2NZ, Jason Long. Then 10G, Peter Rees. 22W, Richard Gaskin. 98M, Mark Costello in fifth. Then the 85k of Jared Wade. 38V, Zane Dykstra. 29M, Ryan Hunt. 15p, Luke Myers. And 46B, Quinn Ryan in 10th place. Then 31R, Brendan Beasley, 62p, Adam Joblin, 911, Carl Southall, 118, Bryce Steiner, 98M, Todd Hemingway, home in 15th place. Then we went to the 991 of Harley Robb, 8B, Clayton Hagan, 19R, Jason Brown, 78 Shea Hambling, 9p, Brett Hislop in 20th place. Then 49H, 351 and 74. To round out our
the 185 down here, Paul.
In that one. So the points as they stand at the moment, it's Peter Rees and Jason Long leading on 54. We'll do a full analysis of that one for you shortly. So
Just a quick one if I can, the 185S of Dale Mickelson. That car's gone on backwards or had a big smack in the back. That chassis is bent as well. They're just trying to measure it to see how bad it is bent, but it's right next to the 57V of Marshall. That car, oh hell, that's a hell of a mess, but Mickelson's is the same. Not quite as bad, but it looks like it's got a bent chassis too.
Yeah, the mess continues. It's carnage and chaos. All right, Cody McKee was a finalist at the New Zealand Superstocks and took a lot of people by surprise. Done a good job too, and right now he's with Bianca.
Hey, so I'm down here with Cody. We call you Cody Mac.
T-Mac, we on.
Hey, Cody, tell us, how's your night going so far?
Yeah, we're going okay. We've got an 8th and a 9th or something, so we're in the bubble, but hey, we're at the back this race, so just got to push forward, see what happens.
You got to just drive the wheels off it, eh?
Something like that, eh? Maybe use the bumper if we have to, we'll see.
Well, last time we were here, of course, you made it through to the finals, and you were in the thick of it in the third and final heat.
Yeah, we had a bit of a play. We had stock cars at the end of the day, isn't it? It's all a bit of fun.
Fun, all right. It's fun watching. There's been so much carnage on the track tonight, though. How's your car looking?
We've had a few computer issues, but I think we managed to get on top of that in that second race. Managing to come out all right at the moment, but hey, the third heat's where it heats up, isn't it?
Absolutely. Now, really quickly, Cody, do you want to give a shout out to all your sponsors?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to thank Northwestern Equipment, Jamie Scott. He just allows me to do this and live out my dream, and I love it. Thank you to Scotty at Bel Air, Ross Green Contracting, Blair at Absolutely Gas, and most importantly, my dad and my brother. Can't do it without them.
I tell you what, your dad obviously is a big influence in your racing career.
Oh, absolutely. He's the reason we do it, and it's the reason it's in the blood. So, hey, happy to carry it on, right?
Absolutely. I tell you what, Cody, I'll let you go get prepared for your third race. Wish you all the luck in the world.
Thank you. I'm going to need it.
It's action for the whole family. With 23 tracks around New Zealand, there is no better way to spend your weekends than at a Speedway New Zealand track.
Here they come to the start-finish line again.
There's something for the whole family. Sprint cars, saloons, stock cars, sidecars, midgets, and much, much more. Pack up the family and make a trip to adrenaline-filled, action-packed bashes and crashes that only Speedway can deliver. Visit www.speedway.co.nz to find out the track nearest to you. Speedway, it's our summer thing.
Right, Barry, you've been looking over Yellow Group more, and what have you spotted there?
Well, yeah, it was really just having a look at Quinton Ryan with that huge move in the first race, passing 22 cars. In second heat, he's finished 10th from grid 13. And the 3 spots he's gained, from what I can see, were effectively all cars that didn't even start the heat.
Wow. So he didn't really go anywhere in that one?
No, I think he went backwards at some stage and came back again.
Oh, actually, I think he did get spun on the opening lap.
Yeah, so it just shows the importance, once again, of those big drives from the back. Because he's moved up 22, then he's only moved up 3. But he's got a grid 3 in the last heat, so if he can get a good run into turns 1 and 2 and make the break, he'll be okay. But yeah, it shows you've got to make hay while the sun shines and make those big moves from the back, because it can undo very quickly.
Yeah, it certainly can. Right, we've got red and blue group heat 2 results, so we'll just double check those and let you know of any major changes from what we saw happen out on the track.
Paul, I'm not trying to exaggerate what's going on down here, but I have never seen so much damage, and talking to the drivers, they're just going, man, is there some stuff getting fixed. It's side rails, it's bent chassis, it's diffs been blown up. The 99G, brand new gearbox in tonight, it's now in 2 pieces. It's gone, they don't have a spare one. 166B's trying to borrow a gearbox to get back out, he's blown his gearbox, there's diffs and bits. I'm not sure where it's going to stop, but by crikeys, it's tough, Torrid, and just Malcolm Natai. Malcolm, how tough's that out there?
Man, it's pretty tough. Just the bloody crashes, people rolling in front of you. And
all right, we'll leave them there. Let's go racing. It is the Sharkies Engineering Aotearoa Ladies Crown, heat number 2. And Alex Jones, the local from the front, is straight out to the lead in this one. I say they're mostly through. Yep, they're all through turn 1 and 2 cleanly. Cruncher into the concrete down in turn 4 though. It's the 74 out of Greymouth, Courtney Houston. And once again, the tank is out there to stir it up. Chloe Ingram Oh, reds are on, and big bumper from James. So we may see need to see a bit of a reshuffle here. Because there was a lot of passing going on under the reds, but we'll leave that to the officials and they'll sort it out. Alex Jones, race leader in the 28R. Then back to the 1-2-1. So still lives the opening couple of laps in this Heat 2 for the Aotearoa Ladies Crown. Officials seem happy now. All right, lights go out. And we go racing. Problems here for Dominique O'Brien in the 52. Catches the concrete along the front of race control. Couple to the concrete wall down in turn number 2. Kirsten Kaiser gets centered field. Out of control, but manages to pull it back. Brittany Carpenter was in the concrete wall. See, there's the 31 again. Just took out the race leader and took her all the way infield. So the new race leader is the 1-2-1. Down past the pit gate now, your race leader. There's Carol Pajewski, the 69 in second place. Like the 411 might have been on the brakes there, Shy Rob, but no, the car was just coming to a stop. Round goes the tank of Ingram in turn 2. Miller Theobald leading the 33 of Karina Annan. That little segment there. As we get one right in the wall. Who is that over there? I think it's Stacey Smith out of Hawke's Bay. Still mobile though. Thought she was going to come to a stop there for a moment. Into lap number 10 of this 12th lap of the Sharkies Engineering Aotearoa Ladies Crown. This is heat number 2. So well spread around the track now as the ladies get the hang of the track, the circuit, the racing mode. Paradise Valley Speedway, white flag out, 1 to go. Oh, and the race leader's just going to go wide here and opens the door for Carol Pajewski. The 69 will move up. Rebecca Barr's right in amongst the mix as well. But Pajewski's going to take the win from McNally in the last lap as McNally drifted wide. Oh, and a cruncher. Boom. And another one too, right on the finish line. Oh, and Brittany Carpenter goes over. That was a series of dominoes that fell that eventuated in the 85 GM car on her roof.
Yeah, she's about 6 feet shy.
Well, that's about one more rollover, isn't it?
Yeah, just one more roll would have got across the line. So, 6 feet shy of the transmitter. But definitely got a good bottom view of the tank. There's a lot of steel in the bottom of a tank.
Yes. And there we go. There's the view. You ever wonder what one looked like underneath? Now, I take it she's still, I haven't seen her climb out.
Now she's out in the middle. See, standing beside Graham Hughes.
Oh, okay. Yep. So she's out. Probably feeling a bit gutted. But hey, it's the six race championship. The 85 back on all four, and that wing.
Been a bit of wing damage tonight, just saying.
Just a little bit.
Some by rolls and some by other cars attacking them. I've heard of attacking the bumper, but attacking the wings a bit over the top.
Well, quite literally over the top, isn't it?
Man, this is torrid. Even these girls are just dealing it, aren't they?
So I think we're still just waiting. Oh no, we've got green, we've got blue, we've got red, we've got
just yellow. Have you got yellow?
Yellow has arrived.
I might be able to get it before we get out on track.
Yes. So all the official results for Heat 2. Here's the replay. So there's the 74 car, which got crossed up Courtney Houston, and then Brittany all needed to avoid, tried cutting in, and just the momentum, clipped the concrete wall, got the bounce on, and over she
needed
went.
a bit of an extra push, didn't she?
Yes. Yeah. All right. Shouldn't take long. Some come through at a rate of notes who are still trying to finish the race. Others are on their slowdown lap already. And so there we go, Heat 2. The Sharkies Engineering Aotearoa Ladies Crown. So of course, remember, it's 6 heats, 3 heats tonight, and another 3 tomorrow night to determine our champion. So Carol Pajerski, last year's champion, will take the checkered flag. And, she'll be feeling pretty good. Heat 1 from grid 27, 5th place. This time around grid 13 to take the win. 121, Shanae McNally in 2nd place. 172, Rebecca Barr in 3rd. The 75P of Katie Prescott came home in 4th. In 5th place, 14B, Gemma Palmer. The 18V Heat 1 winner, Hayley James, was home in 6th. 28R, Alex Jones, early race leader in 7th. Dana Kingsbear, 38G in 8th. 9th place was the 42B of Lauren Swift, and rounding up the top 10, Kendall Ashton, 73R. So on points, Carol Pajerski sits on 52 after 2 heats, but she will start on grid 3 for Heat 3. The 18V of Hayley James, though, back on grid 26. Gemma Palmer will start on grid 20. The 121 of Shanae McNally will start on grid 21. Alex Jones, 28, starts on grid 27. Get the idea, eh? And Rebecca Barr next there on points in the 172. She'll start on grid 28. So points leader on grid 3. Everybody else down in the 20-somethings. So,
hi, Malcolm Nardo from Suck It Up. We specialise in hydro excavation in the Canterbury region, safe dig methods around services. Also we do septic tank cleaning, drain cleaning, CCTV of your pipes. If you want an excellent service, please check us out on Facebook.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
Right, this is who is on track right now.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah. Yep, it's racing by here tonight, Paradise Valley Speedway. As they take their spots on the grid for this third heat, Des Curry will sit on pole, and as we mentioned, we've already included him in the top 6 at this point. But Jordan Deere with that big points advantage, he's just got to take it easy from grid 26. Still needs a good finish, obviously.
How many do you want? 4 or 5?
5.
5.
Yeah. So here we go. Who will be the first 5 drivers through from qualifying tonight? We're about to find out in 12 laps time. Oh, massive rollover. Scott McEwen.
25 up and down and over and back on his wheels. Wow.
And Scott McEwen obviously is keen to continue as well.
I think what they do now is they send down the ambulance officer who goes and checks the brace, the neck and all those sorts of things to make sure he's okay. And if he's happy, he's just shot down there in the little quad bike now, and he'll get out and have a look and make sure that Scott's okay before he says, yeah, you're right to roll.
And yeah, there's the...
Right to roll.
Right to
He just
roll.
rolled already.
Right to continue.
We know he's right to roll.
Yeah, we did that, but they also check the wing to make sure it's still got some attachment on it. It's not going to fly off. And it's deemed as dangerous, but yeah, he's just checking him out now, making sure he's happy.
Yep,
They're moving off.
That was just a roll cage check there, so they're happy with that. And so we'll see what state the car's in. Like we saw with Steve Hampton, didn't even manage another half a lap. Scott McEwen maybe a bit more fortunate. Here we go. Revs come up. Lights out. Wait for the green. Let's go. Stephen Penn with some issues in the 59 car down the main straight. It is hard and fast early on in this third and final qualifying race for Red Group. As Grant Littlewood gets a push from Damien Orr down into turn 1. Orr makes the pass up the inside. So out front it is Hodge leading Westbury.
Ashby just spun Deere. Ashby just put Deere round.
Oh. So round goes the 581. And is going to drop down towards the back of the pack again. And all that courtesy of Ross Ashby. Bryce Marks, a cruncher into the concrete in the 73. So it's still the tank who leads the way, Seth Hodge.
Problems for Joblin. I think he's lost the right rear.
So it's still Hodge, Westbury, Joblin. Still looks okay at this point though. Scott Joblin, former World 240s winner of course. Running hard there in third place, Carl Shearer on his tail. Then it's Stewart and Curry. Hayden Chapman it was who spun up down in turn 2. Zach Glennie's got some collateral damage in the 47. Limping around the wall. He was there or thereabouts too, Zach Glennie. Had a 40 points, so he was just outside that top 6. He's now well and truly out. So this is a good battle going on at the front. Carl Shearer's jumped up into second spot behind Seth Hodge. And now we'll go red.
Got a whole lot more points missing.
All right, here we go. So the white flag is out, so there's not much time for those drivers to make those moves. And the checkered flag drops. And wow. Red group. The win goes the way of Seth Hodge, Carl Shearer, Scott Joblin, Pat Westbury and Tim Ross. Your top 5, but it's all about the top points. So we're looking for the top 5. Barry's just noting it down. So the top 5 point scorers from each group will automatically go through to the finals.
Yeah, so Dare's obviously made a bit of ground in those last couple of laps, hasn't he? 71 points. He would top the group. And we had Scott Joplin on 69. And Shane Davis 66.
Tim Ross 65.
So even with losing 3 spots from a relegation earlier on, still qualified by the looks of it. Yeah. Tim Ross was 65.
And then was it Ross Ashby on 62?
62, yeah, just.
So remember these are
top 5, isn't it? Yeah. So Ashby.
So these are provisional.
Technical Welding Services Hamilton are specialists in the transit concrete mixer industry. From chassis drop-off to a full working concrete mixing, the team will take care of the job from start to finish. Full engineering services and general sheet metal work can also be undertaken. Need a quote? Call 07 847 2031 or visit our website www.techweld.nz. Technical Welding Services Hamilton, we are the experts.
Let's turn our attention to green group now, who are on track, and so who are we kind of looking at in green group? Points leader there.
Now this
was the tight one, was it?
This is the Mayhem group. Yeah, 46W, 48 points.
Grid 14.
3NZ, 47 points.
Grid 15.
88P, 46 points.
Grid 27.
34P, 46 points.
Grid 11.
So all in the middle so far, sort of thing. 94P, 45 points.
Grid 21.
87B, 44 points.
Grid 12.
19C, 42 points.
Grid 17.
72A, 41 points.
Grid 22.
96M, 41 points.
Grid 16.
13M, 40 points.
Grid 24.
669P, 40 points.
Grid 6. It's so tight, isn't it?
So
again, what is
that's
it?
11 cars they've got to show in this one.
11 cars
exactly.
separated by 8 points. There's going to be a lot of disappointed drivers at the end of this race.
There is. They're all in the running. And I tell you what, this is... Every single point is going to count, so I reckon you're going to see plenty of bumper work in this one because...
6-car runoff, I reckon.
Ethan Levine on 46, right underneath your control tower, and I'm going, well, he's behind Stanaway, and he's sitting there with, 48 points in the bank off grid 14.
Yeah, it's going to be a biggie. Here we go. Green group. It is tight. Who will take the 5 spots in tomorrow night's World 240s final? Callum Flavel, 513, sits on pole. Let's go racing. I tell you what, that pole line is getting a hammering tonight.
So is the concrete wall. And Levine's in the middle of that, is he?
Yes, and David Lowe's come to a stop. Michael Rumney, AJ Extons.
So your points leader is heading up the track in the wrong direction.
We've got Cody McKee in the concrete wall. Was it Thomas Stanaway who just took a wild ride on the concrete wall down in front of us and almost up and over?
Levine was caught on the bumper of Rumney. They couldn't part themselves, so he was stuck up on top of the car.
Yeah, both heading up the track in the wrong direction.
Now who's the referee throwing the red light here for? Obviously Lowe is stopped.
Stuff on the track. A big piece of steel on the track underneath Levine's car.
Okay.
Goodness knows whose it is.
So David Lowe took a couple of big hits there, a few sparks flying as cars make their way through. I think, is it off AJ Exton's car, just looking at that replay? Oh, Cody McKee backwards into the wall hard.
By himself, was it?
No.
No, had some help.
Just he was on the front of a bit of a train going through there.
Jack Myers, by me, is up to about 6th, 7th place. Down into corner 1 inside Thomas Stanaway.
Grid 27.
That'll help him.
Yeah, it
Sitting
will.
3rd equal at the moment on points.
Rumney and Levine are going to want to move quick, aren't they? Yep, just like that. Yeah, Jack Myers has had a good start. Oh, who's that? Brendan Tye out wide into the concrete. So this is all on. These are all drivers that are in the running. Oh, Tye gets crossed up. Vickery has to take evasive action. Malcolm Nartai has got tangled up down there. Brendan Tye get it refired? No, we'll go red.
So this will all help bring Levine back into one. He's almost a lap down. With that first race incident, your points leader. But yeah, drop 8 points and you're at the top 11.
Yeah. Here we go.
Myers missed the start. Something wrong with Jack Myers' car. He missed the start.
Nartai retiring to the infield in turn 4.
Tell you what, Jack Myers actually, across the course tonight, has been very slow on his takeoffs and his starts. So whether there is an issue somewhere through the car, but once he's on pace, doesn't seem to be any issues at all. 5 laps gone. Qualifying for green group. Oh, we've got one around down in turn 2. After a tangle with Axtons and Pegg, lights go red.
Aidan Eustace. The 97M.
Yep, Aidan Eustace down there.
I just wonder if Jack doesn't have first gear the way he's getting off. He's having to start in second, so it's very slow off the line.
And it's been like that all night, the 88P car, so that's what I was just thinking. I wonder if that was, that there is an issue there.
Hey.
The Aidan Eustace 97 car calls of that stoppage on the infield there. Signal to come on in. We're clear, we're ready to go, let's do it. So this is that kind of situation, isn't it, where you just can't afford a spin.
No.
In amongst this very, very tight group. I tell you what, look for some last lap lunging too, because they won't know whether or not they're in or out. They'll know how tight it is. They're just a little bit spread at the moment. David Ellsworth just sets the fastest lap of the race with a 16.7. So the race leader still 5.13, Callum Flavel. William Humphries right on his tail now. Jack Myers up to the ante with the fastest lap. Oh, and then, that's Callum Flavel. Almost overcooks it. So William Humphries had to take evasive action. This could help Jack Myers, who's going to go through to the lead in the 88 car. White flag, 1 to go. Flavel puts the big shot onto Myers. Is he going to take him to the wall? Yes, he does. So it's going to be... Vickery and... Humphries! That's massive! Wow!
What happened there?
William Humphries, oh my goodness, that... So Humphries climbed the concrete wall. Look at the railway iron. I have not seen anything like that happen in Rotor for a long time. So he came climbing up the wall, and his front bumper caught the railway iron, and so that stopped him in a hurry. And then another car went in underneath him.
Right.
Wow.
I hope we got a replay of that, because I didn't see any of it.
Yeah, we've got that. Okay, so here we go. Here's the replay. So he just gets squeezed up by Vickery, hits the post, and then swings around. Boy, and he collects Flavel and Myers. He's crossed the line, so he has qualified.
So we've got, 3 NZ on 74?
Yeah, so through all of that, Mitch Vickery tops the group. Yeah, and there's some... Oh, and then... Yeah, Steve Howells comes in and collects Humphries as well, as Humphries tries to get off the track. So, yeah, take a look at this again.
So Levine's still got to finish, doesn't he? He hasn't.
Correct, but he's out of the points. So he just got squeezed up there by Vickery. Catches the railway irons, flings the car back around in front of Flavel and Myers. Boy, he's lucky that the top of the front of his car wasn't actually higher, which
that'd tune the stomach a bit, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would. So here's a different angle from the reverse. Up he goes. There's going to be some damage in that 94P car, no doubt about it. Another angle now on the super screen and watching through our live stream.
Wheel stand.
Yeah.
It's a Palmerston all-style shot, isn't it?
It is.
Getting the railway on and...
Again, it was just the momentum of the car as he hit that wall, bounced up just as Mitch was coming into the side of him.
And Sportsweb got the photos.
And so it should.
Just had a comment here from Stats Boy Joel up in the box. Very reminiscent of the Frankie Wayman Jr. Jared Wade incident, the way he flicked back out.
Yes.
Yeah. So, whew, wow. Josh Prentice takes the race win ahead of Mitch Vickery, Thomas Stanaway, Rebecca Barr and Callum Flavel, your top 5. But about the points, that's what it's about, your top 5 qualifiers. So remember, this is provisional. The referees could still make some adjustments to the results. But as it stands at the moment, what do we got, Barry?
Mitch Vickery, 3NZ, 74 points. I think Rebecca Barr, second place with 71 points. Third will be Thomas Stanaway with 70 points. Fourth qualifier, William Humphreys with 67. And then your race winner, Josh Prentice, with 66 points.
Oh, does he jump up there, does he?
Yes.
William Humphreys?
No, we got him. He's in fourth with 67.
Jack Myers.
Jack Myers, 69. Yeah, look at that.
It's going to take a couple of minutes to fix that up.
Oh, all the fun and games of the World 240s. And, of course, we're incorporating Sharky's Engineering, Aotearoa Ladies Crown. She didn't have a lot of luck last year. Things didn't go her way, and she finished the last heat on her roof. Let's head down pit side, catch up with Brittany Carpenter.
Brittany, that was a bit of a wild ride.
Yeah, it definitely was, right by the checkered. So hopefully I still made it over. I don't know if I did, but we'll see.
First and foremost, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. It's just normal. Haven't rolled for 4 years though, so a bit different.
So we thought we'd better give it a try, eh? Hey, I was standing down there with your dad and I said, oh my God, Dad, are you okay? He goes, yeah, mate, she's all good. It'll buff out.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's only a wing, so she'll be right. Be out for the next one and then back for tomorrow.
So where are you standing in the points? Of course, all the girls are waiting down here for their to have their confirmed points, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm sitting probably 12th, which I did have a shit race last year and still made it to 3rd. So I'll give it a go, but if I have another shit one, I might just have to have a little bit of a play and see how it goes.
Well, we'll all be a little bit excited to see that, Brittany, let me tell you. So the car's all good, though. You're all good. We're all good to go for the 3rd heat.
Yep, all sorted, ready to go. I'm excited.
Awesome. Well, hey, good luck. We'll be out there watching. Cheers.
At Wholesale Tyres in Whakatane.
Need truck tyres? Wholesale Tyres. Good tyres, better prices, great people.
58k Stefan Roygaard is on 44. Then 591p Wayne Hemme is on 43. Mr. Dale Robertson out there on 44 points. And Hemme on 43. So Hemme and Robertson at the pointy end of the field here and starting on grids 3 and 4 respectively. So now 93, let me just check here. Gary Hunter, no.
By me, I've got 8 cars in the running for this one.
Yeah, there's
roughly.
It's pretty tight, isn't it?
Are we missing Hunter? Are we?
Yeah, we are missing Hunter. I did mention that after the race. I saw him getting pushed off by a tractor.
Yeah.
And considering he had such a good run, that's a couple of the Hunters tonight that have been hit by issues after having some good runs. Ken Hunter with that big move in the opening heat and then not making it out for heat number 2. Barry?
No, and 93R sitting second equal going to this as well. So finished that heat. Obviously, in 3rd place after 8th. Still required a pretty big drive from grid 27, but you can often keep out of trouble from back there, can't you?
Yeah, you can, especially when there's so many holes in the field at the moment.
Stan's just let me know they're going to fix that after the meeting and the drivers just have to behave. That was his comment. They just got to behave, not, I think the word was.
Yep, so as far as spectators go along that area, that has been cleared.
So Dale Mickelson, obviously that chassis was bent. He's missing from 1, so they've moved Hemme up quite a bit.
Yeah.
There's some big gaps up the front, isn't there?
So green group results are up, but we've got 5 more minutes to go. But by the sounds of it, Ross Ashby has been relegated by the referees, which means that he loses 2 points. Carl Shearer will come up and it'll be a runoff to decide 5th place. More about that in a moment from Green Group. But let's go now, from Red Group. Right now, though, it is Blue Group, heat number 3. Let's go racing. Oh, and who's the first one around?
Thomas Joyce. Look out! Rees is gone.
Ethan Rees onto the infield. Cruncher.
Half the field's gone in turn 3.
At least. 95's in there, still stuck in the wall. 638. Morris is tied up. Looks like he's got his thumbs down. He's waving down. 166. Hart's out as well.
Flat left front for Ethan Rees too, that he's going to have to carry for the rest of the race.
Yeah, but half the field's gone.
Yeah,
so
it
it's
has. Yeah, fair call.
Wow. I missed that completely in turn 3 and 4.
Oh, it just started with a couple going into the wall, and I guess maybe bouncing out a little bit further than what the next few expected, and
just all stacked in there.
They just all ran out of room.
And Hayden Hart, of course, that gearbox change, he's parked up on the grass. The 95K of Daryl Williams facing the wrong way, and that's after they've rebuilt the right front. Penn's on the grass over here beside us. He's pulled to the infield the 77P, the Pertet car.
So Dale Stewart didn't have a flash heat 2, so touch and go for him. The 10R of Alan McRobbie. 17th and a 12th tonight for him, sitting in 5th place.
All the ones with points are still running, and they're still running at the pointy end of the field, other than Rees.
Yeah.
But enough cars are falling out, like on the points he's sitting on. Is this going to be enough to sort of give him a lick at 46 if he gets up a few with all these cars that are falling out?
Yeah, well, he's still going to need to get past a few. And he's going to lose a lot of ground, isn't he? Not going to make passes.
No, really seem to be struggling down the front straight here. You know, sometimes with the flat left front, you can still drive it fairly quick, but it was trying to turn right on him.
So the 127 definitely struggling. The 95 goes infield.
Yeah, it's the wrong cars pulling to the infield so far from Rees, isn't it?
Yeah.
Big hit in corner 1. Oh, Pollock just put the 12 on the wall. Full noise.
And the Clark car is damaged. Limping around through turn 4. Out front though, still Dale Stewart, puts a bit of a gap between himself and Wayne Hemi, who's under pressure from Robertson and Jaden Ward. Jaden Ward just being a little bit conservative there. Do you see him? He looked to make a pass, but then decided no, just ease back.
Yeah, well, he had a 5-point lead going into this ball, so driving with the sense of a past New Zealand champion.
Yeah, he's got all the skills, all the knowledge, all the know-how when it comes to being at the pointy end of a championship field, Jaden Ward. So they continue to circulate. 7 laps gone now. Mike McLaughlin having it coming together with Robbie Maybe, who's lost it. Well, his wing's still on, but
not quite in a legal position, is it?
No. So race leader, still the 94R of Dale Stewart. Maybe not for too much longer because Dale Robertson's trying to charge his way past. They're 3 wide through the turn. Robertson to the lead. 89, your new race leader. Stewart's going to come back at him through turns 1 and 2. Jaden Ward up the inside of Todd O'Donnell. There's the white flag, 1 to go for the 89W. glances off the concrete wall down the main straight. Oh, runs it wide here, Dale Robertson. Dale Stewart through, back to the front, takes the win. Woohoo! So Dale Stewart will take the win. But let's take a look. So Stewart, Robertson, Hemi Ward and Roy Gard. So we will have Jaden Ward, 971C on 77 points. Then we go back to Dale Robertson on 71. Simon Joblin on 70. Wayne Hemi 69. And Stefan Roygard 68.
So what did Ethan finish up with?
61.
So yeah, he's missed by a
lot.
By a lot.
7. Yeah. Which, no flat tyre, you would think he would have been 7 points, 7 positions higher easily.
Oh yeah.
What made it worse was the left rear went as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done 10 laps. Yeah, I did see the leaders lap him twice. So.
The St. Nicholas is a familiar sight around Bluff as she steams out to capture Can-Do Fishing's famous Bluff Kinner. Once caught, the kinner is brought back to the purpose-built factory in Bluff where it is processed, packed and shipped fresh to you. But that's not all that Can-Do Fishing can do for you. Try some of their green-boned fish or delicious power products and you will soon see why seafood from the Bluff is world famous. So head to your local fish market or supermarket and ask for Can-Do Fishing Kinner, fish or power. Can-Do Fishing, there's nothing we can't do for you.
We're now looking though on track at Yellow Group. So as we say, still to come tonight, we've got another of the ladies' races. We've got another mini stock heat, and we'll see our pre-qualifiers out. And like we say, that runoff on the way too. Could be more to come. You never know.
Yeah, Green Group all good. The top 5 we announced. All the points exactly the same. It's
Okay.
good to have one that doesn't change.
Yeah. Paul Vasey at the pit gates in the 351. So we've got some issues.
Wanting 3 minutes, so
He's
we'll wander
wanting 3
across.
minutes. Okay, so while we're doing that, we take a look down the grid here. There's Bryce Steiner. Look at that. Bryce Steiner, former World 240s champion. Adam Joblin making his way up. 31 of Grendon Beasley.
Vasey Cruz just arrived at the gate. Just waiting for the okay.
So at the beginning of the night, if you're going to say Kiki had 2 qualifiers, and neither of them were going to be named Reese. So yeah,
Well, there were only one race is at Kiki. Only one race is at Kiki though, eh? Yeah, Asher's Kiki, the others are Gisborne.
Really, Barry?
No, we got two Kikis through so far.
Roy,
you are right. Yes, about that.
Roy Garden Vickery.
Roy Garden Vickery. So
Yeah.
2Ks through so far.
But easier said than done.
Really got to watch Quinn Ryan, Jared Wade, 46.85 up the front. The other probably two that have got the best chance of getting away.
Yep, certainly do. Here we go. No mucking around. Heat 3 for yellow group, and we are go. We've just got a new red group sheet, so not sure what that one is, but we'll take a look. So Costello leads from Quinn Ryan, then back to Harley Robb, Adam Joblin, Jared Wade. Whoa, the 9 of Brett Hislop out of control onto the infield, likewise with the 74 of Jared Gray. So yeah, Long, Bingston, just circulating mid-pack. Peter Rees, slowly starting to pick them off as well. He's up into 8th place.
Hemingway and Steiner riding across the top of each other.
So Mark Costello in the 98, your race lead, of course, went backwards in Heat 1 just slightly, and you just can't afford to do it. He's had a bit of a mixed year in the new car. He did win the Waikato Champs. A few little gremlins here and there, but certainly showing the pace. Wind is going well. And just
Beardsley just showed Wade showed in the wall. I think it's Wade's car with the big backfire.
Or is it? I think it might actually be the Bingston car. It's got the backfire. But it didn't happen that time past. Out the front, still Mark Costello from Quinn Ryan and Harley Robb. Circulating on the pole, Brett Hislop. Is there anybody he's after, or is he just trying to accumulate extra points? I tell you what, Mark Costello's jumped up into the reckoning here.
Hislop's looking for Wade. Hislop had a slap at Wade that time through. Look out!
Oh, and he's turned him around and takes him to the wall big time.
The car's stalled. Wade's trying to restart. Got it going.
He's got it. Whoa!
Who's that?
That's Brett Hislop.
He's just been tipped up over by I don't know who, but he's gone.
So that was a massive shot that he put on Jared Wade, just lined him up and took him into the turn 4 wall. Took Wade a while to refire, and I think Hislop was still kind of crawling.
He's got clipped by someone, I don't know who.
Whoa.
Spear me sideways.
Well, Wade's quite a way past him, so...
It wasn't Wade.
It wasn't Wade? Okay.
No, it wasn't. I don't know who picked him up, but somebody did. Or he did it himself.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, he just got clipped and up and over. Just the two cars came together and it just sent Bundy out towards the wall. What's that smoking on the ground there?
Something's come out of it. So there's 4 cars not too far in front of him. There's 3. Bingston and Leash out on the 911 just in front of him.
911's a lap down. There's a couple down.
Yeah.
So Jared Wade needs to make 4 passes and needs Luke Myers to lose spots. Here we go. Your race leaders just into turn 1, 46 and 98. Quinn Ryan with the lead.
Wade just had a shot at Bankston, pushed him wide.
Yep. Okay, the car that Jared Wade has to pass is the next one, Luke Myers. He needs to pass Luke Myers. He's not going to catch him. Myers is going to finish one ahead.
Whoa.
Oh!
Half the field's wiped out in turn 2.
It's Hemingway, Beasley all tied up there over in turn 2.
All right, so the win for Quinn Ryan, ahead of Mark Costello, Harley Robb, Adam Joblin and Paul Vasey. So, let's take a look here. Provisional points, Peter Rees.
Oh, Rees and Long together again. Every race to finish next to each other.
Yeah. Peter Rees 77, Jason Long 76. Then we've got Quinn Ryan and Peter Bankston both on 71. And then we've got Luke Myers on 66. Luke Myers, what an effort. He's qualified. So there we go. That is yellow group.
Yeah, Jared Wade 65,
Yeah, just
so
one
just
behind.
missed by 1. Mark Costello 63. Couple, Adam Joblin, Paul Vasey 61, so
kind of closed up a bit there, didn't it?
Gaskin 62, so yeah, a whole heap of cars have only missed by 2 or 3 points.
Harley Robb on 60. So yeah, wow. Yellow group. Obviously those are just provisional. We will get the official results through to you as soon as we can. So the racing does still continue here at TWS Paradise Valley Speedway. We've got the ladies and the mini stock still to come, and one runoff to happen as well. Blue Group, we've got the official results for Blue Group through.
For any powder coating job, no matter the size, Invercargill's powder line can deliver the desired professional finish, specialising in powder coating and thermoplastic coating for any aluminium or steel items. Powder line services are suitable for both domestic and commercial purposes with 2 large ovens on site. Powder line can powder coat anything from mag wheels, car parts, gates, sprint car frames to house flashings, garden seats and aluminium window frames. With 280 colours on site for customers to choose from, we have access to thousands more, which are available by order. Give the friendly office staff a call to book your job in now.
So the outside row, right out close to the wall. Ingram's brought them right out. So the front row, Chloe Ingram in the tank. On the outside of the front row, Kirsten Kaiser in the 681. Onto row 2, Carol Pajewski on 3. Outside her, another Stratford car, Lana Buckthorpe. Grid 74 Greymouth, Courtney Houston, missing off grid 23. All right, here we go, heat 3 of 6. And the ladies are underway again. Alex Jones makes a big move off the back. I tell you what, the pole cutting tonight in turn 1 has been worse than ever. And it's not just the stock cars, it's the super stocks as well. They were fairly well behaved in that area and at the New Zealand Champs. Might be a feature of tomorrow night's drivers' meeting.
Yeah, very well could be, Paul.
So a bit of chaos coming off turn number 4 at the end of the opening lap. And we got one. Nope, she's away again. Ooh. I thought she was well moving before the reds came on that time.
Yes, because it did come up at drivers' briefing tonight how well behaved they were at the New Zealand Champs and how poorly they were behaved at the Grand Prix at Huntly. And like you say, tonight it's been the stock cars as well.
So Khan Gray. Katie Prescott and Alex Jones having a bit of a tangle, and as Alex Jones pulls out, she ends up pulling out in front of Rebecca Barr, who has to just ease off the gas a moment. Oh, Kirsten Kaiser rides the concrete wall. Woo! Sparks were flying and she was heading for that same pole as Humphries. Lexi Hendricks runs it real wide through turn 4, gets the new 4W, gives it a bit of a wall christening. Still the 69-year race leader though. Oh, and that's the 18. She's probably one of the biggest challenges to Carol Pajewski this weekend. Hayley James, Heat 1 winner. She's been ferocious and fierce and in attack mode all night. So the red light for the 33. Karina Annan from Hawke's Bay. I just saw the time, and I hadn't really looked at the time all night. It is 10 past 11.
Wow.
But yeah, I think you take into how many red lights have we had tonight?
Well,
there's been so many stoppages.
We should have started counting the rollovers at the beginning of the night.
Well, I've lost count. I can't remember them all.
No. I mean, the New Zealand's was, it certainly had some incidents, but yeah, the amount of cars that have gone over tonight.
So still to come, youth mini stocks and a runoff. One confirmed runoff. Look at the 18, she's just putting the bumper in. She wants to make the passes. She's up into 4th place now too. Hayley James looking good. Alana Buckthorpe in behind her. Okay, here we go. Keep an eye down now. Race leader Carol Pajewski. She's coming up behind the tank of Ingram. Although Ingram's a club mate out of Stratford. So maybe won't put the attack on Pajewski. Carol Pajewski pulling away. It's Kendall Ashton in the 73. Head of Alex Jones. Then Katie Prescott. Oh, Dominique O'Brien gets caught up there with Kendall Reid. Tangle down into turn 1. Miller Theobald in 189 looks around the outside of the tank. Here comes in James and gives the tank a bit of a nudge. Of course, I think she got attacked earlier on tonight, did Hayley James in Heat 2. She won Heat 1. Oh, and puts the spin on and ends up spinning herself too, Hayley James. Just a little bit over aggressive in that shot. White flag out, 1 to go. Carol Pajewski, the 69S, takes the checkered flag. Shy Rob, 411C, up from grid 6 to finish in second place. Miller Theobald, 189, rounds out the top 3. So there you have provisional results. Heat 3, Sharkies Engineering, Aotearoa Ladies Crown, Pajewski, Rob, Theobald, Kingsbeer, Prescott, Ashton, Jones, Barr, McNally and Brittany Carpenter rounding out the 10. Then it's Lexi Hendricks, Swift, Smith, Brown, Alana Buckthorpe in 15th, Robertson, Reed, James, Palmer, 26C of Cheryl Walker rounded out the top 20. So points-wise, yeah, Carol Pajewski sits on 80 points. Then there's nobody in the 70s. We go back to Jones and Kingsbeer on 69, McNally on 68, Rebecca Barr on 67. So, 3 races down, 3 to go for the Aotearoa Ladies Crown. Back again tomorrow night here at TWS Paradise Valley Speedway. Carol Pajewski takes another win, 2 from 3 tonight, along with a 5th placing in the opening heat. The 18V on screen now and into the pits, the winner of the opening heats. Ross Ashby on pole, Carl Shearer on the outside. It's 4 laps.
I think Ashby would be angry to be in this run-off.
Yes.
Because he's only in it because of a relegation.
And it wasn't his relegation, was it? Or was it? Here we go, 4 laps. So Shearer gets to the front. Took horse to the grass, which meant that Ross Ashby had to peel in behind. Shearer's been pretty tidy this year, hasn't he?
He has.
He's looked the goods the last couple of seasons. 1 lap down. So it's at that point now where Ross Ashby just has to chase. There's no point giving up now. 2 laps gone. No, he's going to stop.
That's why he's a driver and you're a commentator.
No, it's because he can drive and I can't. Okay, here we go. So what's Ross Ashby got in store for us? White flag is out. So it's all or nothing. He's got to put him on his roof. Mind you, the way we've been going tonight.
Yeah. Bring it on.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, that's not the position Carl Shearer wanted to be in. Oh, good drive. Well done, Carl Shearer. Not bad. And takes the win. So we'll cross out the 38M that we had there.
Yes.
And replace it with a 75S. Wow. What can you say? But what a night. There has been plenty on the go. We have 25 of our 26 finalists right now. Track breakdown, Barry Brown.
Right, Auckland 0, Huntley 0, Rotorua 1, Kiki 3, Bay Park 0, Gisborne 2, Hawke's Bay Miani 4, Palmerston North 9, Stratford 1, Wanganui 1, Wellington 3, Nelson 1, Christchurch 1, and one more to come.
Wow.
Yeah, hey guys, I cannot believe the carnage that we've seen tonight. Big smile on everyone's faces. You're looking around, they're like, oh my gosh, that was great. So that's it from me tonight. Let's hope for more of the same tomorrow with the finals.